Yes, everybody, Russ and the West Ham Network. Hope you are all safe and well, my friends. If you're new around here, where the hell have you been? But please consider subscribing. Be nice. Thank you. Thank you so much. Each match day, 5:30 kickoff, St James's Park, West Ham or Newcastle versus West Ham. Let's get the team news. I'm sure you've already seen it already, but let me just pop it up for you. There's a team. There's a team. We've got. Actually, let's do it. Let's be easier. There we go. Let me show you this one. There we go. Be easier. So we have got Fabianski in goal, a back five of Sufal, Kira, Gabona, Aged, Emerson playing the left wing back role. Then we've got Declan Rice, Lucas Paqueta in the midfield too. And then we've got Ben Rama and Bowen, which is maybe a slight interest because obviously we thought maybe I've gone with Souček and gone with a bit of thing. And then they've got Antonio up front. On the bench, we haven't got Areola. We've got Hege and Anang. So we've got two goalkeepers, and neither are Areola. We've got Ben Johnson, Aaron Cresswell, Fornals, Lanzini. We've got Downs. Danny Ings makes a return to the bench after his 22nd injury into his first game at West Ham. And we have Tommy Souček as well. So, yeah, interesting setup. I think it's one which people are really interested. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. For me, it's quite an attacking lineup, particularly with the likes of Ben Rama playing there. You know, he could have gone maybe. I mean, we said that in the predicted 11, he might have gone with Paqueta there, and then maybe a Souček, and then the three of them could have made. But no, that's what it's going to be Ben Rama, which is great to see. So the fans will be happy with that one, surely. In terms of Newcastle, they line up with Nick Pope in goal, and then the back four, the same back four they played last time. Trippier the captain, Shah, Botman, and Dan Burn playing left back, and they've got Sean Longstaff, Joe Willock, and Joe Linton playing in the midfield three. Obviously, no Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno. No. And then up front, they've got sort of. Again, they play a 3 Almiron. Ali Saint-Maximin is back in, so yeah, he hasn't played for a while. So obviously because of Bruno's suspension, Joe Linton was playing that left side. Now it looks like Saint-Maximin is playing there. Then bloody Callum Wilson up front. So let me know. You're right. Apologies if you hear someone bashing. We've got our friend's little one down here with me at the moment. So yeah. Anyway, that's the side. As I said, in terms of how we look, in terms of how it's lined up, that's how it's going to be lined up. I think. If I do this that way, no, what way do I want to go? That way. Yes, bruv. I don't even have to move them. Lazy. Oh, I've got to keep looking in there rather than down there. That's the side. What do we think? I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy with that side. I think it's quite nice. I think there's a lot of attacking options there as well, which is really good. Let me just sort myself out a little bit. Howard, good afternoon to you. Coming your irons indeed. George is in. Nice to see you, George. Hope you're well. Dulce, scored a thunderbolt of a goal by all accounts. So yeah, that was a bit frustrating, wasn't it? But hey ho, and obviously Everton winning today wasn't the best for us either. But we're still in that. We're still outside the bottom, aren't we? I think we're still outside the bottom three, aren't we? Let me just check. Yeah, still outside that bottom three on goal difference. That goal difference is going to make a massive difference this season. Solid and attacking lineup at the same time. You're totally right, George. There's some solidity there with the likes of Aged, with the likes of Ogbonna. You've got that sort of that back five, which I think obviously hasn't conceded a goal in 2 games. Don't forget. And then as you said, you've got. I mean, Ben Rama is a surprise to me, in all honesty. A welcome surprise, but a surprise to me in that lineup. But hey ho, he's gone for it. And actually, to be honest, that Derby game when Ben Rama came on, him and Emerson did some really nice football. And so hopefully we might see some nice football as well. And also, if Paqueta drifts out to that left-hand side rather than, I've just whacked him there. But, that little triangle of Paqueta, Emerson and Ben Rama. Nice. Good morning from Michigan, USA. I'm a little nervous. I can't do that. I'm going to have to put it back. Sorry. I'm going to have to do that. And I'll just do this. That's better. It's just I'm just looking at the wrong place. Let's do this indeed, Gary. Also, George is our latest member, our latest channel member. Well done, George. Thanks for joining us. As I said, we'll make sure we do that draw. You all right, Alf? You all right? Tell you what, Alfie got his first football kit. What football kit did you get? What? West. What's it called? West Ham. Oh, don't worry, leave it. West Ham. Alfie got his first kit today. West Ham. Good lad. Good lad. What number did you get? On the back of your shirt. What number did you get? Your football shirt. Was it 5? You got number 5. Number 5. Alfie 5. He got. Don't worry. Doesn't matter, mate. We've got Bournemouth and Southampton are losing. Let's have a quick look at the latest scores. What we've got, the scores in the doors. So obviously Everton beat Arsenal 1-0 in the early kickoff. It's Leicester 4, Villa 2. So that bounce for Unai Emery isn't doing the job now, is it? Brentford are 3-0 up. Brighton are 1 up. Late winner, it looks like, against Bournemouth at home. Palace losing 2-1 at home away to Man United. And it's Wolves 3. What are you doing? Stop doing that. It's noisy. What if it... Oh, God, okay. And it's Wolves 3, Liverpool 0. A lot depends on, I suspect, as Moyes giving the top 3 lads the freedom to attack. I feel like we can get something today. Don't know why. I know, good lad, Alfie. And he's just completely emptied Flo's toy chest all on the floor. Good lad. Do you want to come say hello? Alfie, do you want to say hello? No? Okay, fair enough. Hope you're well. I like you, Will Still, and what a story it is. Indeed, Will Still. Anton did a great piece about him yesterday about Will Still, the Rems coach. And what's interesting is they're happily paying 20 grand a game fine because he's doing such a great job there. So it's a bizarre story, isn't it? Very bizarre story, but it's a welcome one as well. The only thing that concerns me about looking at the side, and again, not to be a Debbie Downer, is the bench. You know, again, we've got two strikers on the bench, we've got 2 goalkeepers on the bench, 2 kids on the bench, Hegi and Anang. And then there's no Areola. What's the matter? No, I can't open it. It's stuck. I don't know. It's stuck. But he got 2 goalkeepers on the bench, and you think someone like, I mean, yesterday again, I mentioned it on my Twitter, you know, and Barmer scored, and he was on fire yesterday against Stoke, and they were playing in Stoke, so you think surely you would have just hung around up there. It's a lot easier to get up there than it is to come from Rush Green up there. So yeah, it's the only slight disappointment for me is the lack of options in terms of, I mean, you look at the bench. We'll go back to the bench, have a quick look again. Let's go back and have a quick look at the bench and take out this one. Where has it gone? Sorry. So you've got not the Newcastle, the West Ham bench. We've got Hegi, Anang. We've got Johnson, Cresswell, Fornals, Lanzini, Downs, Ings, and Souček. So, you know, we've got obviously Ings to come on who could make a difference. We've got Tommy Souček if we need another big lad up there. Obviously we've got Fornals' energy. We've got Lanzini. I don't think he'll get much of a game today. Downs potentially will come on and tighten up the game if need be. If we are in the win, if you are in the lead, for example, Benrahma for a Downs, it might be a good option, or for a Souček. You've got Johnson also covering that right hand side of the defence. Cresswell covering the left side of defence as well. So I mean there are options, but I would have liked to have seen Divine given some squad time. I think he would have, but then I suppose if Ings there, you know, that's the job of Ings, really, isn't it, to be that sort of backup at the moment. You know, and obviously by what we hear, yeah, Cornet may be back in time for the Chelsea game, but he's gone back to France, I think, as well. Well, he's about 67%, 60 to 70% fit. So we'll see what happens there with him. But let me know what you guys think. Are you confident looking outside? Are you confident? Are you happy? You know, I'm quite happy. I think it's the best we've got in terms of the best options. Let me just put that thing scrolling on the bottom. There we go. So you can see the squad. No idea what Areola is. Yeah, no idea where Areola is at all whatsoever. And if you're it gives me slight Roberto vibes again in terms of letting someone like Randolph go, but then you got to give the kids. Heggie's playing well for the under 23s, under 21s, and Anang played well for Derby. So look, hopefully we won't need them. What have you done?
That's a rainbow ice cream.
Oh, rainbow ice cream! Oh, lovely. Well done.
Why did it came here?
I don't know. It was probably one of Flo's toys. Yeah. You gonna say hello? You gonna say hello to the people and tell them about your new football top?
It was on my iPad.
It was on your iPad?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Telling kids to stop being good. Yeah, noisy, exactly, isn't it? That's why the kids like coming over here, because we don't tell them to use the point and be noisy. So much negativity on the site. So not yet. There'll be no negativity here at Hammer Holder until maybe 7 o'clock, 7:30. Then there'll be plenty of negativity if we lose. No, it won't be, but we're always positive. And they always had to go for it. And I think the frustrating thing is you see, straight away, because obviously the bounce we've had from, the Everton win today, they're still in the bottom three, regardless. I don't think I was watching some of the game. They played such a high press and so much energy. Can they keep that going for 18 games or whatever it is? I don't think they can. It's a really high energy, and they out energied. They outran the opposition, and that will take time to build up that energy level. I don't think they'll be able to do it on a cold day in Stoke, for example. And obviously, Wolves winning today, but then Villa have lost, and that was part of Unai Emery was the bounce manager, wasn't it? And that hasn't worked. And Southampton, Nathan Jones, he can't he's had a little sort of rise in performance, but he's a right dip recently. Good evening, Michael. Hope you are well. Come on your irons indeed. So based on that side, what are your score predictions? Let's get your score predictions. And we are massive wherever we go, ever we go. Don't forget that. Let's get them in the chat what you think the score is. Hammer Holder has gone with a 2-1 to the Irons. I'm going to go with a, yeah. What are you doing now? I'm going to go with 2-1. I'm going to go with 2-1, I think, as well. Yeah. Can you stop breaking my house?
No.
Why not?
I'm doing this.
Don't break it. Love him. We've got 3-0. Big Jim for Australia. We spoke to him on the show. Go and watch the show yesterday. You hear his voice. You hear his voice all the way from Western Australia. I think he's Western Australia, isn't it, Jim? Let me know. Gut says 1-1, but Hart says 2-1. We're going to win. That's what I like. Yes. Everton will raise their games for teams they expect to lose against. Their problem will come when they're expected to win. Totally agree. And that should be us in the next 3 games, really, isn't it? No one's really expecting us to win the next 3 games, in all honesty. Based on form, based on where we are, based on where they are, but based on Alfie breaking my house. But yeah, no, I think these are the type of games we usually get up for, isn't it? And then Chelsea next week, Spurs. Those are the games which never bother me. It's as you said, it's the games where we're meant to win as well. So the likes of Everton's, the Forest games, those games that I get worried about, because I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a motivation thing. I don't know. What we got here? Mbama scored twice the way he did, so he won't get a look in. He is. I know it's crazy, isn't it? But I said Stoke and not far away from. It's closer. It's halfway really to Newcastle. So you're halfway there, isn't it? And they've done it before. I mean, he was on the bench for the. He was on the bench for the what's the name? The what's it called? It was a couple of games ago, wasn't it? And he was and he'd played on the Friday, and he'd got back from Everton at like 1 o'clock in the morning. I think he was on the bench. Was it on the bench for the? Was it the Everton game? Was it the Everton game as well? I can't remember. But yeah, Michael's gone for 3-1. Ashley's gone for 1-1. We got 2-0 away for Hammer Time 666. Simon the Devil 2-1 says Gary. Luke's in the chat. 3 points looks like a must. I think to just keep ourselves ahead of the curve a little bit. I think the Everton game put us ahead of the curve a little bit already. And I think now you need to get that, same for Newcastle. When Newcastle need to, although if they win today, they go above Man United and go third. So there's an incentive for them to win as well. They'll be up on goal difference. Whereas, we're 17th on goal difference. We've got, and actually those 4 teams, so us on 17th, on 18 points, Everton on 18 points, but minus 12 goal difference. Then we've got AFC, and we've got Bournemouth at 17 points, Southampton 15 points. All 4 of them after tonight would have played the same number of games. Leeds have got 2 games in hand on us all, and then Wolves would have played the same amount of games as well. And Wolves now they've got 20 points, and they're currently 15th. A win today to us puts us up to 21 points, which means we'll go 14th if we won today. Who are the subs? Who are the subs indeed? Let me bring them up for you, Cockney. So you got to see them, but you can't see them there, of course. Let me take off the banner so you can see. We have got not Areola. Areola is not in the squad, Matchday squad for some reason. We've got Heggie, despite also him playing against Derby. So I don't know why he's not there. It's a strange one. So they've got Heggie. Got 2 goalkeepers, Heggie and Anang. They've got Ben Johnson, Aaron Cresswell, Pablo Fornals, Lanzini, Willie Downs, God, I always say that, Flynn Downs, Danny Ings, and Tommy Soucek. So, bench is all right, apart from 2 goalkeepers. Lawrence in the chat, hope you're well, Lawrence. So what, we want some more predictions. Luke, Cockney, Lawrence, what are your predictions for the game? What were you thinking? Actually, also, we had from Foshizi. Foshizi was in the chat yesterday. Well, make sure you check that out. That was a nice surprise seeing Foshizi in the chat. And actually, we might have H. She might be sending some videos. She goes home and away, bless her, with West Ham. So she might try and put some. I'm just trying to see whether there was any explanation about why Nang wasn't why them 2 are not. I don't know. No, hasn't come through. Strange one. Anyway, so we've got. Was that Casemiro got sent off for Man United for choking someone? Wow, Jesus. Right. Oh my God. Wow. Loads of chats. Love 2 goalkeepers. We love it. 1-1 draw, 2-2. Desmond, 2-1. Ford reckons, sadly, we will lose. Hopefully you're wrong. James Bong's in the chat. Nice to see you, Bong, out here. Only for people with the faith, though. Whiners out. Well, it's all about having a manager who can give you the bounce, isn't it? That's the thing. Because, Villa are doing well at the moment, haven't they? Just lost 4-2 at home to Sheffield, to Leicester City. Yes. So, all those games are now full-time. So, the Premier League at the moment, as it stands, Everton obviously beat Arsenal with 1-0. Was it Tarkowski? I think he scored at 60 minutes, something like that, for Sean Dyche's first game in charge at Goodison Park. Villa lost 4-2 at home to Leicester City. Brentford beat Southampton 3-0. I think Southampton are done. I think that although there's not one team that's broken away for the bottom, I think they have, to be honest. We've got Brighton. They beat Bournemouth. Bournemouth as well. I think there's 4 teams. I think there's 4 teams fighting out for the last spot of relegation. I think it's Southampton and Bournemouth are gone, and I think that last spot, in my humble opinion, Manchester United beat Crystal Palace 2-1, and I believe Casemiro got sent off for choking Will Hughes in a melee. And then what we got there, Wolves beat Liverpool 3-0. A certain Craig Dawson scored in his debut as well, which was a bit crazy, but a good thunder shot from inside the box. So we'll just say that. Good afternoon, Howard. Hope you're well. What's the score going to be, Howard? Let us know. How the Chuffs at Everton beat. They basically outran them. They outran them. They really, really were. They were impressive. Alfie, I think you're going home, matey boy. I can see your mummy putting a coat on. But they were super impressive. They were not necessarily from a technical standpoint, but from an effort. They were really, and obviously if you're at home and it's your first game and you're showing something different, you're showing a bit more fight. the fans respond, and they pushed them over the line basically. Howard's gone for a 2-0 Paqueta brace. Too many bottom teams getting wins. Indeed, that's why we need to win today. Crazy look, Mr. Always, it's lovely. Some great names in here today. Joshua 2-0 West Ham. Cavalier and Bennett swap dresses and makeup instead of shirts after the game today. How beautiful. Fair play to Dawes indeed. Come on, you irons. Thank you, Tensions. Everton Clark. That's what I mean. They won't be able to keep that up. They won't be able to keep up that. And I think at home they might be able to, but I think it's the away. They won't be able to get that away vibe. It'd be a huge effort for them. Tete scored for Leicester. Annoying, isn't it? Annoying. He scored. Dawes scored. Yeah, it's what it is. But maybe Ings will score later on. He's on the bench. 3-1 to the Mighty Hammers. Hopefully, that'd be a lovely result. I'll take that. There's the lineup for anyone who's interested. For anyone who's late to the party. Fabianski in goal. On the back three of Aged, Oggy, Kira. That's the back three that played against Derby, wasn't it? I think. And then they've got Emerson, left wing back, Sufab right wing back. Two midfield, sort of the two in midfield were Lucas Paqueta and Declan Rice. And then we got Bowen on the right hand side. Like he tends to sort of drift in with Antonio, doesn't he? Really, maybe a surprise to a few of us. Not a welcome surprise. We'll say a welcome surprise in the fact that Ben Rama's playing on the left hand side, and then Antonio up front. The way I see it, eventually that 22 will be a corner. I think that's the way I see it eventually. And then on the bench, Danny Ings is back on the bench. Souček's on the bench. 4 nows. We have 2 goalkeepers. We have no Areola. We've got Heggie and Joseph Anang on the bench as goalkeepers. We've got Cresswell, Ben Johnson, Pablo Fornals, Lanzini. We've got Flynn Downs, Danny Ings, and Tommy Souček. So options. There's options on the bench, isn't it? There's options on the bench. Ashley, Ashley, we were linked with more footballers than Jordan. Indeed, yes. Very, very. Actually, I didn't check something. Let me have a quick butchers. Let's have a quick butchers look at this, and then see. Yeah, beautiful song. That's beautiful. There is no place for Ashby on the bench. They're signing a new signing, obviously Gordon, but no Ashley. There's no Ashby on the bench. No Ashby on the bench, which surprises me a little bit because I suppose Dummett could play. Yeah, Richie maybe, but you think they haven't got many fullbacks. There we go. Beautiful. Hopefully you're enjoying being serenaded by Alfie. Lovely song. Beautiful song. What a beautiful song there. Well done, son. Love it. We should have signed some players in this window, but summer transfers are coming up. Well, I think we've got 5 out of contract this summer, so there will be a rebuilding job. Tough game, but we'll edge it 1-0. Bowen to score. Bowen's been playing well at the moment, hasn't he? When Zoom would coming back, a couple of weeks, I think. He said in his press conference that he wasn't fit yet. Him, Skamaka, Cornet, neither are ready. So there we go. No error on the bench. Wolves dominated. Unfortunately, they certainly did. And Liverpool are just a shadow of themselves at the moment. So I wouldn't really read too much into that game just yet. Get him to sing Bubbles. Yeah, he hasn't. He just got, as I said, he just got his first shirt today, didn't you, Alfie? You got your first football shirt today, didn't you? Yes, Russ, he did, and he got a West Ham shirt. He actually got a vintage shirt. He got his mum bought it. He got the feeler shirt with Alfie 5 in the back. So that was nice, and his dad's a Gooner, so it's even better. So yeah, even better. Beautiful. What about I'm Forever Blowing Bubbles? You know that song? Can you sing I'm Forever Blowing Bubbles? It goes, I'm forever blowing bubbles. Beautiful. Indeed. 2-1 says 2 up, 2 down. I read that Moyes didn't buy one because he wanted what he has to stay to get focused, not under pressure. Apparently, go figure. Yes. What's the matter? I totally agree with you. Actually, that you know, there's. What's that person? What do you want me to do with her? Thanks. What do you want me to do with her? I can't play with her. I'm talking to people on the telly, on the YouTube. I can't play with her doing this. If a half glass full may look at the lack of business in the transfer factor and transfer market and think actually it may, from a man management perspective, you probably could be right. You could be thinking, actually, I've got enough here to do it. There's money available, but actually, I don't need to spend it because I think we've got enough here. And you might see that as foolish. You might see it as a wise thing to, as a strategy, quite an interesting strategy to do. Yeah. I totally understand. I can totally understand that, though, couldn't you? From both sides, how Moyes is like. He's a bit like that, but yeah, would love Will Still. See, the only time with Will Still is obviously he hasn't got the what's name, has he? He hasn't got his badges yet. So for me, you would need to have to do your badges, but then even it means someone said, "Oh, why don't you? We'll bring him on as a part of the academy, and then he can." Break into it. Maybe he could be an assistant. You never know. Andrew Kenneth's going for a 2-0 Bowen and Ings to score. Anyone know where to watch the match? I believe it's if you have Sky Sports, it's on Sky Sports today, so you can watch it there. In terms of how we're going to sort it all out tonight, so Anton's going to come and do the first half. I'm going to then come and do the what's it called? The come on, Russ, half time. And Anton can have a piss. Then he does the second half, and then I'll start then we do the highlight show immediately after. And so if you're watching it, that's how it all works. Do you feel like Moyes is a bit of a control freak sometimes when signing players? Possibly. But then the speed of the Ings deal, sort of, there was no MOT. I suppose you don't really know. We're going to get with Danny Ings anyway. But for me, it's like that was not the usual Davy Moyes protracted transfer, taking forever, wading through treacle to get him in. It was very different. So, what are you playing now? You on the drums now? You on the drums? Okay, nice one. Souček brace in it. That'd be nice. Souček brace. I'll take that. Take any win today. I see what Moyes is saying, but I really think we should have replaced Dawes. Me too. Go on, say it again. We will rock you. That's brilliant. Well done, Alfie. Well done. Where to weed red bottle? Where's the red ball model? Yeah, out the window, isn't it, at the moment? I think the thing is 2 up, 2 down. I think that's the we would like that. We'd like that, but I think sometimes needs must, and beautiful, very good. Where we'd want the Red Bull model, I think sometimes it's this. We've got ourselves into this situation there where we need to stay up, and so for me, it's not about necessarily it's not about the performance. It's about the 3 points. It's about getting something. We need something at this game because it's about momentum. It's about keeping going what we got from the Derby game, the Everton game, going into this, and then going into the Chelsea. Although the Weeble model sounds fun. Just to miff you off, I'm watching the game, the Seychelles. It's 9:30 kickoff here. Unbelievable. Yes, what's the matter, mate? No, it doesn't go any louder.
Why?
Because it's a drum set. Don't go louder. Sorry, mate. Yeah, the Weeble model sounds more fun though, doesn't it? And maybe you get you probably eat more Doritos that way. But there we go. Is this our formation style? Well, yes, it is. It does. Yeah, it is. It is our starting lineup, mate, and that's basically the formation type thing. We'll be 5 at the back. Sing it now, and so 3 at the back. So you'll have Fabianski in goal for back 3 of Aged, Ugumona, Tilo Kira, and then you've got Emerson left wing back. You've got Sufal right wing back, Then you've got Paqueta and Rice in the middle, and then you've got Bowen. And maybe a surprise would be the inclusion of Benrahma, maybe, and then Antonio up front. If I was the owner, I would be buying the players. I'm paying the wages. That's probably the way Sully looks at it. If we lose, can we get Alfie to sing old Chef while I drown my sorrows? Give him time. His mum's Irish, so there must be a good old Irish ditty we could sing. You have to wait 4 hours. We have it in 15 indeed. Happy to see Ben in the first 11. Did he say we will watch you? yeah. I think it's we will watch you. Where is Ings? Ings on the bench, Frano. Ings is on the bench alongside no Areola on the bench tonight. There is Anang. Where are you going now?
Mummy!
Well, where you got to go? You want to go see Mummy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here.
Do you see Mummy?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be back in 2 seconds, my friends. Let me pull up this.
Please don't take me.
Huh? I'll take you up. Give me 2 seconds. Let me take up Alfie, and then we'll go. Let's put on a bit of bubbles while we wait. No. Mummy's up there. Mummy's doing the Jojo. Just they're talking. They're all good. No, wait. You stay down there with me then, yeah? I'll have to go up in 10 minutes, okay? 10 minutes. What a song, what a tune. What a tune. Gets you every time, doesn't it? Gets me every time. I've played that song over 1,000 times at the stadium, and it still gets me. What we got here? We got here. Where is he? Go on, lads. Smash it from the Netherlands. Brandon, what's the score going to be? Let me know. I love his kid. I love him. He's so funny. He's like a destruction path. He's so funny. The great thing is, I give him back. That's the great thing about kids when they're not yours. Is it true Moyes has been taking injections to get into play more positive football? We'll wait and see. Ings not ready. He's been bedded back into. He's not ready for the Premier League yet. Never worked with kids or animals. Indeed, this kid owns us. He certainly does. I agree. Specifically, thought, yep, kids. I know. Come on, you irons. Indeed. What are you moaning about? What are you moaning about? I think she'll probably come down anyway. Not heard this one before. Bang. Oh, it's good. It's called I'm for Blind Bubbles. She can't hear you because she got the door closed, and Mummy's got her door closed. How loud do you think you have to shout to get through them all? Mummy. I'll take you up and see Mummy if you want. Alfie, do you go see Mummy? But it means going home. You'll go home. Yeah, we don't want to come home. You want to stay with Russ. Indeed. I know. He's moaning because Callum Wilson's on the bench. It's so, and if it's not that, it's Flo walking behind me or her mate. I love how she left you the kids, mate. Honestly, I'm like the Pied Piper when it comes. Not that sounds really rude, but weird. But yeah, I'm. I get there with all the kids all the time. We need now. Yeah, we do. Oh, indeed. Can the teeth? Yeah, indeed. Mr. Tumbles let himself go. Oh, I tell you what, I feel bad for them. How comes in? Isn't it right back? Yeah, exactly. I'm surprised he hasn't progressed into a life or in goal and score absolutely nothing. Says Ford Prefect. Okay. No, I don't think. It's just Daddy Day. It does seem it. Already has. Certainly has. He's already kicked right off about Callum Wilson. But no, it's we've got 10 minutes until kickoff. As then Anton will be on and doing the first half. Then I'm doing the half time. Alfie will be gone by then, unfortunately. And then Anton will do the second half, and then I'll start the review show. So if you're locked into the West Ham network, stay with us, and you won't need to move. You won't need to move. You can stay here all the day through the kickoff, through half time, through the second half, and then all the way over for the review show afterwards. So we're all here, all good. When kickoff is Henry, new rules. I like it. Indeed. I like it. Very good. You've taught him well there. Kickoff is 5:30 today. So about just over under 9 minutes until kickoff. It's on, I believe it's on Sky Sports for those of you who have Sky. If not, I'm sure you can probably find the feed somewhere, but we won't be able to tell you where it is on here because we'll get banned. And that's how it all works, basically. So there's no point asking us, what times, where can I get a feed? We can't give it to you, unfortunately. I do apologize profusely. If you are new around here, please consider giving it a like, a share, subscribe, all that good stuff. We've got Tony Carr on the channel next week doing having a good old chat about the youth team. I think it's going to be really interesting, personally. I think Mummy's coming. Why? She's coming to take you to go home. She's coming to take you to go home. She is. So, yes.
Mum, why you not taking me home?
Yeah. You'll go home. Quickly finish this. What we got here? Probably like watching Toons more. Very good. Well done. Let's hope so too. Otherwise, it'll be a very, very short show if it's not. Otherwise, it'll be a very, very short show. Lord, don't worry. I'm going to throw it all back. Throw it afterwards. Don't worry about it. Big game for us. Loss has us 17th to 18th. Bye, Alfie. Bye. Boys only got 2 goalkeepers on the bench. What's going on? We are short of goalkeepers. Well, you say that, and actually, no Areola. Obviously, Randolph has gone to Bournemouth, hasn't he? So, yeah, Ty puts us up 2. Anton's changed my thing. I'm going to change it back later. Anyway, I've just noticed he's changed my thing to. Yeah. Anyway, let's go. Always changing my things. He puts new. I don't like that. Anyway. Gonna change it back in a minute. Irons indeed. I don't know. I'm getting more and more excited about the game as we're going along. I really fancy us to get something today. So we're bound to not get something because I really fancy us tonight, and I haven't been that. He's like the Oracle, and that's what we're going to do. So obviously, with everything we're going on with the youth team at the moment, there's been so much stuff about the youth team. Why is this? No, I'm going to change that. Anyway, I'm going to change that. In it to win it. Don't change my thumbnails again, Anton. In it. Win it. Yeah. But no, I think with so much going on with the youth team, I think it'd be really interesting to get Tony's view on it. To just find out what his take on it, because we're as fans are all a bit perplexed about what's happening with the youth team at the moment, what's happening with the academy, and I think with Tony Carr will be able to give us some learned opinion. And I think it'd be really interesting. So he'll be on Wednesday night. So make sure you tune in, be from about 9 o'clock, and obviously you'll be able to make your suggestions and give some good questions. Let me just do that. There we go. Let's get some more comments. We want him to stay. Yeah, he's gone. We should have signed for Mendy. Well, apparently we couldn't because he had a work visa problem, didn't he? And I think he's gone to Monaco. He was going to go to Monaco, who obviously in the French league. So we couldn't sign him because he didn't have the right work permit. Do you think Louisa will ever be on the bench? Yes, I do. I really do. I think he's a good player, and he comes with experience, and that's what we seem to be doing. We seem to be buying players who have experience and then bringing them into the side, which I think that's probably better than someone who has played with the same age group all the way since they were 10. I think we might nick something. I'll try to be disappointed. We got goal difference is plus 22. Yeah, he's off. Cop just said he can't explain their form. Bit like us, really, to be honest. Paul Evans, I'm getting more and more nervous about today. We need a performance and goals today. Paqueta, to be honest, Frano, for me, ain't about the performance. It's about just getting the goals and winning the game. It really isn't about the performance for me. It's I just no. It's come to a point. If this was like 3 or 4 games into the season, then yeah, fair enough. It's about getting the performance. It's about the points as well. But now we just need points. Looking at the fact that Everton's winning today, that'll give them a bit of a bounce. Obviously, Wolves have got a bit of a bounce. Leicester won today as well. Now I know the other teams sort of lost. I mean, Leeds haven't played yet. They still got 2 games in hand on us after today. So, or they have a game in hand because they've got to play the game. But yeah, no, I'm. We just need points. We just need something. I think Paqueta might be playing too deep to score. Tony's Tony's last one was great, and we're trying to get him back for a part 2 for a long time. So I'm glad he's back. Love to hear from Tony, but the issue is the gap between. Yeah, it is, and it's an issue which isn't just West Ham related. It's an issue which is football in general. Equals drop between defenders, irons. Is it a 4-2-3-1 for us today? No, it's 5 at the back. It'll be 5 at the back. Although it can adjust, and Everson will probably push more up front, and obviously Sufal can then drop back, and they could probably play a 4 if they wants to. But it is in terms of, and again, if we look at how the side was read out, so to speak, on the team sheet, it is basically set up as a 5 at the back. Because we always do that. And actually, to be honest, I think Newcastle do it as well. They do it in order, and we do it in order as well. So I think it is playing a 3-5-2 or a 5-3-2 or 5-3-2-2, or is it a 5-2-2-1? I think it's a 5-2-2-1. Prediction 1-0. 1-0. Ings 95th minute winner. Yeah, I'll take that. Newcastle, what we got here? Newcastle have not conceded a first time half goal in 16 games. Although, didn't we have some weird stat saying we haven't scored a first half goal for like most of the season? Then we did it 2 games in a row. Yet Downs on the bench, much to my annoyance. But then he's played Ben Rama, so one hand giveth, the other taketh away, or one hand taketh, the other giveth away. It's the other way around, to be honest. But no, I was a little bit frustrated that Downs wasn't in the squad. But then again, was in the starting lineup. He's on the bench, and I think it'll be all right. Need Bowen to get past Burns. Yeah, I mean, let him turn exactly. Anton's ready now. So I'm going to pass you over to Mr. Anton, and he'll be taking you over. And let me just take this off, and I get it all nice and clean for him. Oh, he's doing that way. Okay. Okay. See, he thinks he's so fucking clever. There he is.
Oi, Savaloy.
Savaloy.
Yeah, I've seen the team, and you know what? It is what it is. We've got some positives. I don't really necessarily know if there's massive amount of negatives, to be honest.
Apart from where's Areola?
Yeah, where is Areola? That's an interesting one, but he must have picked up some form of knock. I'm not looking into that in any way in terms of his attitude or he wants to leave, because he can't leave, so there's nothing to worry about in terms of that. But I mean, it's got the vibe of the way we kind of set up the last time we played them, when we beat them 4-2, which I was at St James's Park, apart from obviously without Souček.
Yeah.
And he's sticking obviously with a 5 at the back, which, fair play. I mean, you're going to commit Emerson forwards. He's got Bowen, Sufal's got Bowen. They seem to be, when we judged them before in terms of the Everton game, that hopefully doesn't happen again, and hasn't happened again recently. So let me just try and get my link sorted, and then I'll start working away, mate.
In it. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I think you've got that defensive sort of back 5, and then you've got Ben Rama, which is a bit of a juxtapositioning. But no, yeah, I don't know. It's a strange one.
Yeah, I think. Do you know what? I mean, we've just got to put faith in what the decision is, and touch wood, we can.
Although we did change ends. I think we won the toss, and I think we changed ends.
Yeah.
That's what I like that. I like that. Just throw them off. Change ends and throw them off.
Just throw them
usual.
off, mate. Throw them off.
Right, I'm gonna go.
Right, cool. See you at half time, Russie B. Right, welcome to the West Ham Network for your Matchday live. Newcastle versus West Ham. Newcastle about to kick off. And keep your comments coming in. I will be bringing you, excuse the old milk marks there from my son, but that's just what happens. Newcastle have kicked off the game, played the ball through the middle, big ball up to the top, and West Ham have got rid of it with Declan Rice, and it looks like someone from Newcastle. Has he picked up an injury already? I don't know if I'm just, something happened there? Oh, he has? Who's that? Joe Willock. Oh, ball through the middle over the legs. Can't keep it in. He's kept it in. Oh, my God. Newcastle have scored. Literally 30 seconds in. Willock, who I said was injured, and Newcastle have scored to make it 1-0. Instantly, that is not what we needed at all. He looked like he was injured. He looked like he was completely injured. 39 seconds in, and Newcastle have scored. VAR will check it because the ball went to the byline, and you've seen the West Ham players call for it. VAR are checking it. Let me see. It's out. I think it's out. It looks out. It does. To me, it looks out. It's out. It's absolutely out. The ball's out. There's no way they're going to give that goal. We've got away with that one, but to be fair, it's not about getting away with it. It's come from a throw-in, and when the ball gets played back in play, we've dropped our heads, which we shouldn't have done. They cannot to give that goal. VAR. And there we go. No goal, as expected. So I'm not even going to turn around and say we got away with that. Well, we did, but... But watch when the ball goes out. The ball cuts inside to Willock. Our players stop just for that split second. He cuts inside, shoots, and smashes it into the back of the net to try and make it 1-0. But the ball has gone out, so let's not worry about that. 0-0, 39. Oh, they're through already! Oh my God, Callum Wilson. I don't even know what's happened. We are down 1-0 now. I literally have no idea. I mean, that man. I'm lost for words. I don't even know what's happened. They've not even shown the game. Literally 2 attacks, 2 goals, 1 disallowed. I don't actually have a clue. So Fabianski's kicked the ball out. The player's all over Antonio. Someone's lost it in the middle, straight through Callum Wilson, straight through the middle of our defence. And Callum Wilson's just put the ball into the back of the net. Who's he dispossessed in the middle of the park there? He's not offside. I don't know what to say, to be honest. Now Newcastle in the bloody attack again. I'll come into the comments in a second, but I'm just trying to compute what's actually happened there. I actually don't know what's happening. Who's lost it in the middle of the park? Antonio's in a kind of strong... Oh, it's a good ball through. Antonio. Go on, Antonio. Oh, he's cut inside on the right foot to the box. Oh, he's dispossessed. He's tried to win it back. Looks like he's fouled the player, but now Newcastle put the ball out in the byline. The ball's gone out. It's a West Ham throw-in. Yeah, I have noticed that.
I need to change what I can see in there. So Callum Wilson stepped up again with another goal against West Ham. I need to resolve this. Sorry. It's better. Ben Rama on the attack for West Ham down the left-hand side. Still got the ball, 2 players on him. He's dispossessed. Ben Rama's won the ball back. It goes out for a goal kick. Yeah, so the intensity from the start from Newcastle, nobody can fault that. I mean, 2 attacks, 2 goals, 1 disallowed. Jump into the comments. Right, let me go. Let's see. Dan B's in the house, even though. Let's go. 1 down already. VAR, yes. Ball out. 1-0 down. That goal's taking Newcastle into the top 4. Sorry, into 3rd place. Anyway, West Ham are on the attack down the right-hand side with Sefal. He's driving forward over the halfway line. Callum Wilson chasing. He's played a ball forward. It's a wild ball. Antonio's tried to chase it, but there was never a doubt for Pope to come out and collect that for Newcastle. West Ham on the attack again, down the right-hand side. Sefal plays it into Declan Rice in the middle of the park. He plays it back to Augie. He keeps hold of it. Agard touches it back to Fabianski. High press from Newcastle. Big ball upfield from Fabianski. Straight to the Newcastle defence. Was it Paqueta in the middle of the park? West Ham won the ball back with Sefal. Declan Rice. Back with Sefal out on the right-hand side. Plays the ball forward. Antonio to chase. It's cleared out from the Newcastle defence. West Ham have already lost it. And a big ball forward from the defence. Oh, come on, ref. But we've got the ball anyway, so he won't blow up for that. Declan Rice with the ball inside the Newcastle half. He switches play over to Emerson on the left-hand side. He's got plenty of space and time on the ball. However, he plays it back to Rice, who's back to Gaillard in the West Ham half. Gaillard finds Declan Rice. Deckers keeps a hold of it, 360 degrees. Joe Willock putting pressure on. Gaillard skips by Willock, no problem at all. Plays a nice ball forward to Benny. Out to Emerson. Nice football from West Ham. Rice with a big over the top for Antonio to chase. He's done well against the defender. He's using his strength. He's cut inside the box. Left foot, right into the box. No one's there. But Paqueta out on the right-hand side. Plays a nice ball through. Cross in. Blocked. West Ham calling for a handball, but it's not Paqueta. Oh, he's lost it on the edge of their box. Paqueta, very weak. Big ball forward from Newcastle. Wilson chasing over Kira. He's out on the left-hand side. Kira's trying to hold up the play there. Sefal's back to help him, but he's made the matter worse. Boris come in to clear the ball for West Ham. Upfield, Bowen. He finds Paqueta. Go on, son. Nothing on for him, so he plays it sideways to Rice. Rice plays it forward out on the left to Emerson. Emerson driving forward for West Ham. Emerson plays it back to Deckers. Declan in the West Ham half. Agard back to Fabianski. Newcastle with the high press here. They've got 4 men just outside the 18-yard box. Fabianski goes long and wide. No one challenging the defender. They win the header, but we win the second one with Ogbonna, who then plays it into their path. And Newcastle now regain possession in their own half, out on the left-hand side. Just trying to hold on to a bit of possession now, Newcastle are. Burn for Newcastle. Back into the centre back. Nothing on for him, so he switches play out to the right-hand side. Trippier plays the ball forward. Willett gets it. Almiron tries to do a back heel, but it goes out for a Newcastle throw-in. Newcastle on the ball in the middle of the park. Sprayed the ball over wide left. Sufal reads it well, heads the ball forwards. Joe Linton comes in, collects it. He drives forward for Newcastle. Plays the ball in. Ball through the middle. St. Maximin. Oh, I thought he was going to shoot. Kieran Trippier. Still holds on to it. No one's challenging the player. Almiron out on the right-hand side for Newcastle. West Ham just standing up to the play. Willock. Almiron, Trippier holds on to it, plays the same ball back to the same player, but Agard reads that. Emerson reads that really well and wins the ball back for West Ham. Agard pings the ball forward, leaves Antonio a lot of work to do. He's bossed off the ball and Newcastle regain possession in their own half. Newcastle 1, West Ham 0, 10.5 minutes gone. Ball forwards. Joe Linton collects it in the middle of the park. He plays it out wide to Willock. Almiron. Trippier over on the right-hand side made the overlapping run. He plays it back to Willock. He goes early into the box. It's a good ball. Bonner does well, and Sufel does well at the back post. But St. Maximin gets the ball out on the left-hand side. We all know what he's capable of doing. He plays the ball through the middle. Oh, they're coming in. Willock on the edge of the box. West Ham have got bodies there. He plays the ball out heavy to Trippier. He's got a lot to chase, but he keeps it on. The man's made the run, but no one's followed the runner. Well, no one followed the runner. It's a ball over the top for Almiron, and he's literally taken 2 West Ham players out of the equation. And Almiron puts a touch onto the ball, but pings it towards Fabianski. The press, the forward press that Newcastle have got on West Ham right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 players in the West Ham half. And then when they ping the ball forward, we've not got bodies there to be able to deal with the forward run. To be fair, we are playing reasonably high, but we're not pressing. We've got 3 players really high, 4, 5. 5 in the Newcastle half, or Newcastle are playing the ball through the back, but no one's pressing the defence. Ball through the middle. They've given it away straight away. Antonio, come on. He's on the edge of the box. Shoots blocked. West Ham have won it back with Declan Rice. Plays it out wide right. Paqueta, big ball into the back post. Trippier heads it into... Oh, Trippier was a dodgy header, that was. Newcastle panicking back there. And then they've cleared it out. Onto the byline. St. Maximin's kit. Oh, he's not kept it in, and it's a West Ham. Is it a West Ham throw in? It is. So decent pressure there. 12 minutes in, plenty of time. Throw into Ogbonna. He plays out to Gerd. He drives forward for West Ham in it now over the halfway line. Pings the ball forward, back post to Antonio. I tell you what, Antonio tries to control that, and he does do all right, but what a ball that is from a Gerd. You can actually envisage like a natural born striker loving balls like that. And Agard, like the vision on him is just unreal with the passing. What a ball that was to Antonio. Antonio's done enough to kind of hold on to the ball. Bit of a heavy touch, so can't really get the ball under control in their half. Paqueta in the middle of the park. I mean, to be fair, they were all over each other. Played the ball through the middle. Straight up. No nonsense. But we all know what Callum Wilson's capable of doing in the West End. A football shirt against our club. Ball played forwards. Sufal's read it well. Kira gets it. Ogbonna goes for a big clearance. Then Rama drops deep to collect it. He plays in Emerson. They're sparking up a nice little relationship. Let's see what they can do. Emerson's fouled just inside the way the Newcastle half from this time. Standing at the ball. Plays it back to Bonner. Press from Newcastle again. Puts him under pressure. Fabianski has to go long. Some of the ball on the left-hand side now. Emerson. I was looking for it earlier. Emerson driving forward. Tries to... Handball! Oh, that's a handball. I don't think it's inside the box. It's on the edge of the box, but there is a handball there. I wonder if that goes to VAR. Anyway, Paqueta skips by the player. It's right on the edge of the box. The ball definitely hit the Newcastle person. Ogbonna, Gerd, the West Ham, plays the ball through to Declan Rice. Got 3 players on him, plays the ball through to Benny, back to Declan Rice. Declan Rice switches play over to Safal. Bowen's not had much of this game yet. Safal driving forward for West Ham. Bowen with him. Safal goes back post. Cleared. Oh, straight to Paqueta. Shoots. Blocked. Straight in the face of the Newcastle defender. Paqueta gets the ball. It looks like he smashes it, and it looks like it's going on target. And it hits the Newcastle defender straight in the head. He's down, and play has stopped. Decent block, to be fair. Let's have a look here. He's on target. Absolutely hammered him in the face. He's down, they're checking him out. Adam, good to see you, mate. Jane Holhammer's happy birthday for tomorrow. But we can't do this, mate. We can't do this. Happy birthday for tomorrow. Let's hope it's not. Fairness to me, the players don't like they want to be there. Moise looks scared. Lately so. Happy birthday. Adam Cook's in the house. Good to see you, mate. Hope you are well. English Shardy forgets to get the ball on the cross. Can get a pass or what? It's unbelievable. It really is. Got me to react there. Body on the line to save a goal for Newcastle. So if you're just joining us, 16 and a half minutes gone. Newcastle 1, West Ham 0. In the first 2 minutes, Newcastle had the ball in the back of the net. The first one was disallowed. Once they made the decision, they restarted the game. Newcastle went and scored straight away. And I don't need to introduce you to the player who did it. Listen, I've done a video on Well Still, and I wasn't suggesting that West Ham are going to take him. I don't think we will. I'm just talking about, his history, and he's a West Ham fan. That was the connection. Could he be West Ham's new manager? I just don't see doing it. Emerson, in the West Ham half, Botman's back in the field. Rice goes long, straight to the Newcastle player. Switches over to the left hand side. The Maximum. Heavy ball back to the defence, but we've still got control of it. That ball there from Newcastle. West Ham pressing now. 2-0 nearly wins that. Over to Trippier. West Ham pressing up. Declan Rice has come back, won it. He drives forward for West Ham. Bit static from us. Benny out on the left hand side. He takes a touch. Puts onto his right foot. Crosses it in. To nobody. But I thought Ben Ram was going to win that back there, but Newcastle players intervened, put on it. And they've won the ball back. Now they're driving forward from their own half. Coming over the halfway line, plays it in Callum Wilson, back to Willock. Paqueta's unlucky there. That space there for Joe Linton, but they play it out wide to the left. Newcastle on the ball in the West Ham half. 18 minutes gone, Newcastle 1, West Ham 0. St. Maximum on the attack down the left hand side. He tries to play a deep ball through to Joe Linton, but Joe Linton makes a bad run. West Ham's got the ball back and Sufal clears up over the top, but straight to the Newcastle player. Not good enough. Switch play. Trippier out on the right hand side. Cuts inside Willock. Back to Trippier for Newcastle. Newcastle just happy to hold on to a little bit of possession, and now they're playing the ball through the back of the defence. Taking the time, patience, build up play. West Ham don't press hard when they've got playing on the ball, but a big ball forward for Newcastle. Nice Callum Wilson. Bonner does well to read it, but he's got to kick the ball out for a Newcastle throw in deep in the West Ham half. Linton with a throw into Newcastle in the West Ham half. He plays it back. Newcastle again, really happy in possession. They're on the centre circle. Out wide right. Newcastle happy to just take their time. They're on the halfway line. Slowly coming forward. He finds a bit of space. He drives forward. No one's tackling him. And he switches play completely out to the left-hand side. Maximum on the ball. Ball's into the box. Back post. Cleared from Emerson. Cleared from Benny. Straight to Newcastle. Trippier's regained the ball and Newcastle are in possession once again. Longstaff. Back to Trippier. And he switches the ball in the middle of the park to the centre circle. Again, West Ham not pressing too heavy, so just letting Newcastle play and keep possession. However, they slow build up and they're now 20 yards further forward. Ball through the middle, clear from West Ham. Trippier on the right hand side for Newcastle. Newcastle put the ball back to the Pope, who's not had much to do it. There's the ball forward for him. West Ham get in on the ball. Gerd, he plays it back to Fabianski. A clearance from him up the field. Antonio's got a lot of work to do. He does well. Bowen. Antonio's made the overlapping run. He collects it. Got a Newcastle man on him. Keeps driving towards the corner flag. And he wins West Ham. Takes it early. Collects another West Ham throw. Antonio's made the run. Early throw in. They've done well to defend. Linton's got to spy one player, drives forward. Fouls chasing him. Linton brings the ball out of the play. Over to his Trippier slips. Emerson there wins the ball back. And the referee goes with for his ball. Trippier's down. Holding his leg. I don't actually know. And I didn't see it. I don't know if Russell's got it, has he? He's got the Newcastle's team. He does. Is there. There's my last one. Free kick to Newcastle in the Newcastle half. West Ham pressing Pope. Pope plays the ball out to the left. You know what? We've committed bodies forward, but we're not pressing hard. We're putting under pressure now. Pope's got it. Just a big clearance from Newcastle. The ball should do with that, no problem at all, which he does, but it's a second ball. We're not getting to the second ball. Declan Rice does absolutely unbelievable, though, to come back and click that. He wins it. Now West Ham are on the drive forward from the left. Go on, Emerson, go! Have a bit of momentum. Oggy. Plays it into Kira. Inside to Declan Rice through the middle. Out wide to Safal. Tries it early to Jared Bowen, but it's deflected off the Newcastle player. He wins the header, but the second ball, bang. Who's there? Newcastle. Declan Rice wins the ball back, but gives away a foul. In doing so, Newcastle have a free kick just inside the West Ham half. Mandy, which says, does this officially mean that we're the worst team in the league? Shooting a piss pit, Everton in the league one side means, well, for the love of God, get mine's gone. Peter says, our players play like they have just met each other. Oi, oi. Oh my God, ball through! I do not know what's happened there. I do not know what's happened there. It looks like a bit of a mix-up at the back. So the free kicks come in from Newcastle. He's on. Is he on? Oh, he's on. Looks like he's just offside. Ball gets flicked on for the player. Shauna just. You know what the issue there is? That when you're a central defender, like sometimes even when you hear a shout for that, Shauna just stops. In the middle of the park. He clicks it. Gerd. Emerson out on the left hand side, not makes the player, Ben Rama. He's intercepted, the ball goes out. It's going to West Ham. Bowen drops in, wins the ball, tries to keep the ball through to Benrahma but loses it. Newcastle with a big ball upfield. O'Connor lets it bounce, then has to go for a big clearance back up the field. Bowen drops in, wins it. Benrahma out the right hand side, plays it into Emerson, plays the ball forward to Antonio. Antonio plays a really shit ball straight to Joe Linton. I'll tell you what though, if that played to the West Ham player, we were on something there. Just the final touchdown, Joe Linton for Newcastle, plays it out left to Maximum. Newcastle players made the overlapping run, he gets it. Declan Rice is able to pick the ball, plays the ball forward for Jared Bowen. A lot of work doing the West Ham ass. We've got three Newcastle players on him. Joe Linton trips him over, and it's a West Ham free kick.
Come on, West Ham. Fabianski.
Free kick to West Ham. Fabianski stepped out of the box to come and take the free kick. Going to go long. Antonio's urged off the ball. Newcastle clear it. Joe Linton gets the second ball. Paqueta chases the bad pass back, but Newcastle players done really well. Now they're just slowly on the build up again. Joe Linton space in the centre circle. Almiron. Trippier back to Almiron in the halfway line. Plays the ball forward, backwards, to the defence. Out to the left. Back through the middle to the defender. West Ham slow to press. Benny starting to press a little bit now. But still slow and just opened up a bit of space through the middle. No problem there at all. Antonio was chasing it. Now Trippier is far forward and got the ball and he's tipped the ball forward to Joe Willock. Read the bit all well and put it out for a West Ham throw in. It's just like little kind of minor things there. Like, so we can't get to the second ball and we're not playing, when we play a high press, we're not pushing intensely to the keeper. We're actually giving them quite a lot of space through the middle of the park as well. But the problem is when you do that, and then you commit bodies through there, then you've got the ability of Kieran Trippier's foot. He's done well, man. What is that? What's his name? West Ham they've got the ball away. Go on, Benny. Outside the ball. Oh my God, Benny's got to be doing better than that. Benny collects the ball on the edge of the 18-yard box. He has like a split second. He takes a touch, a split second to put the ball by into the back of the net, but he can't. They've given the ball away. Joe Linton, he's gone down, says he's injured. West Ham on the ball back. Antonio, good play from Rice. Benny inside the box. Nah, he's got to do better than that. He has got to do better than that. Benny, you've got to do better than that, mate. Let me just have a look here and see who I'm talking about. Dan Burn. So Dan Burn is playing kind of on the left-hand side of the defence for Newcastle. And he looks a bit iffy on the ball, I'm not going to lie to you, but he's doing well. Really. If I had to say there was a weakness, I'd say it's that, but he's not really necessarily put a foot wrong. That was more Joe Linton that put the foot wrong there. Jared Bowen's done well to win the ball back for West Ham. Paqueta. Kira out wide to Sefal. No one's up there to support him, no. Sefal cuts inside, finds Paqueta. Paqueta plays a nice ball forward to Sefal on the right-hand side. Sefal drives there. Antonio collects it, back to goal, tries to go into it. He's just absolutely bossed over from Botman, and he wins a free kick. Just a real, train wreck coming through on Antonio. Antonio's hold-up play was decent, though. Tried to bring in the midfield. Danny Ings on the bench. Creswell there on the bench. Ball forward for West Ham. They've done well to defend, but they're there for the second ball. Oh, they've given it away, though. Emerson finds Paqueta. Holds on to play. He brings Benrahma into the game. Good pass. Benny, bit of space on the left. Gets by one player. Fouled. Ball goes out. He's given a goal kick. He said it's a dive. I'll tell you what, if you're not going to give a free kick for that, you've got to go and book Benny. The referee's got to be consistent. He basically said Benrahma's dived. Don't have a look here. So Benny's taking a heavy touch, skipping around Trippier. Trippier's kind of
It's kind of just come in together and he's gone down. The referee's given a goal kick. West Ham have won the ball back again, though. We're starting to win the ball in the middle of the park. It's just what we're not doing with it. Declan Rice driving forward for West Ham. Keeps driving forward, finds Benny out on the left-hand side, cuts into his right foot. Emerson's there to support. Oh, come on, West Ham. Paqueta. Oh, he's shot low. Blowing. Paqueta. Shoot. Oh, it's just gone wide. Took a deflection on the way through. Much better from West Ham. We're starting to win those balls in the middle of the park. Paqueta shoots, takes a big, a block. Bowen comes to Paqueta on the edge of the box, shoots, takes a deflection, just goes wide of the post. Much better from West Ham. Unlucky. I think that was going on target as well. Corner to West Ham. Good bit of pressure for the first time, really. First corner of the game as well. Gets on the back post. West Ham with the corner. Deckers with the corner out on the right, left-hand side, I should say. Big ball in from Rice. Paqueta. Yes! Yes, Paqueta! 1-1, just when we needed it. I'm telling you now, there was a little adjustment in the middle of the park there, and I don't know what the adjustment was, but we were not winning balls and started to win balls in the middle of the park. I tell you what a time for West Ham to score. Because it's put the pressure on, and Newcastle are looking like they feel the pressure. And we scored from a corner. So come on, West Ham. Let me see here. Oh, Newcastle have absolutely had a nightmare in defence. It's fell to the back post to Paqueta. Paqueta shrugged off the defender. Literal simple, takes a touch on the ball, puts it into the back of the net. 1-1 West Ham. Exactly what we want at the time we want. Keep on going, West Ham. I said it literally like a minute before I said it. I was like, we can't get hold of the second ball, but then suddenly we started getting hold of the second ball. And that's the difference. When the ball gets played out and we get it, we then go ahead and we create an opportunity, which gives us a corner. And then from that corner, we win a goal again. Now look at us, we're high press. Look, now we're intensifying the press. Oh, Benrahma's got the ball. He's got it on the edge of the box. Plays it through. Benny! Oh, Benny! Oh, he's got to be doing better than that again. You can feel it. The players can feel it. You can sense it. You can sense a bit of the panic back there. Linton. West Ham putting the pressure on again. Big ball forward for Wilson to chase. Sefal has to read it. Straight to the Newcastle player. Oh, Bonnet's there. And so Sefal clears it straight to the Newcastle player. Joel Linton. Almiron. Trippier has made the overlapping run. He gets the ball. Almiron makes the run over the top. He gets the ball at the right-hand side. Agard, I tell you what, man. See Agard. He's unbelievable. What he just did there. Right on the court. Right, it's going out for us. Unbelievable. Takes the ball out for a throw-in. Trippier. Willett. Through the middle. Burn. Out left. Mixing. Oh, Sefal's done well to read that. It looks like he's taking a knock in the face at the same time. Come on, West Ham. It's exactamundo what we needed, but we need to keep this up. Newcastle now got hold of possession, holding on to the ball. Since we've scored the goal, we put a high press on them, but they've now hold the ball and they've actually quickly stopped our intensified pressure by just slowing the game down again. So a bit clever tactics there from Eddie Howe. But West Ham are playing the high press again. Antonio putting the pressure on. Newcastle trying to force them into an error. They play the ball all the way back to Pope. So that's the first time in this game now that they're starting to play balls from the midfield back to their keeper because we're starting to play a bit of a high press. You can see Rice shouting the orders there to the player. Benny through the middle trying to push on the defender there from Newcastle. It's back with Botman deep in the Newcastle half inside the 18-yard box. Bowen there to chase. ball forwards. Oh, he's giving the ball away again for Newcastle. Good. Rice collects it. We're forcing them into errors because we're playing a little bit more tactical football on them. So we've regained the ball back from an error that we forced them into. Paqueta plays the ball back. Agard collects it now in the West Ham half. He finds Emerson. They've put a high press on him. Agard, he switches play completely. I mean, if that makes a connection to our player, it's unlucky. Paqueta drops in. He collects it. He's done well, Paqueta. It's gone out. It looked like it was a foul, but it's gone out for Newcastle throw in. They've taken it early. Willock through the middle. Trippier's there. Almiron's there. Trippier drives forward, puts it out wide right to Almiron. West Ham have got bodies. Almiron on his left foot. Trippier makes overlapping run. He plays it inside to Willock. Trippier out on the right-hand side. Close him. Willock. Burn. It's not Burn, sorry, Botman. Joel Linton out to Burn on the left. Cuts inside. Oh, he nearly gave it away. Longstaff switches play over to the right to Trippier. West Ham playing a press. Ben Rama nearly wins the ball back. Good. Sorry, Emerson, I should say. Emerson now driving forward on Trippier. Plays a ball over the top straight to Declan Rice. We're winning these second balls. This is good. Good work. And it's good. Benny's through on the left. He's driving forward. He's cutting inside into the box. Cuts inside. Still holds it. Shoots from distance. That's a bit weak. It's about 4 or 5 yards wide on the left-hand side, but it's much better from West Ham. Why? Because we're winning the bloody second balls. Suddenly in this game, it's changed because we're winning all the second balls. In the first 20 minutes of this game, all Newcastle did was win every single one of our second ball. We'd have a shot, it was deflected. Newcastle player was there. They'd ping a ball forward. We would clear it. Who was there? A Newcastle player to sweep it up. Now, suddenly in the last 15 minutes, 10 minutes, every single decision that Newcastle are making, we're there to the second ball or clearing it. Look there, at least we didn't get it, but at least Bowen put a touch on the ball, put the pressure on. Joe Linton's done well to get out of that situation in the middle of the park, but Bowen's putting the pressure on. Again, he's doing it, and he's done well again, Joe Linton, to get out of the play. Now, St. Maximin on the left-hand side. Burns made the run. Someone mark him. Sefal's standing up to him. Paqueta's there to help. St. Maximin's still got the ball. Sefal's just stood up. That's not a foul. Good ref. I'm glad he didn't blow for that. Antonio's played the ball forwards. Tried to feed the ball around the fullback of Newcastle for Bowen to chase, but he's got it there. Enough pace. Joel Linton out wide right. West Ham with a high press again. Trippier panicking a little bit, but Joel Linton's got plenty of space through the middle of the park, driving forward for Newcastle. He finds a pocket. He drives. He's still got it. He brings Trippier into play. Big cross in. Looks like it's going into the... Well, I tell you what, it was a cross. It looked like it was going into the goal, but Fabianski's done enough there to hold on to it. It wasn't Trippier anyway. It was Longstaff, I think, with the ball. Cross. Miss-hit cross. On target. Fabianski collects it. 38 minutes gone. Newcastle 1, West Ham 1. 58% possession to Newcastle to West Ham's 42. West Ham have had 8 attempts to Newcastle's 2. Ball forward from Paqueta. Good ball to bring Sefal to play on the right-hand side. Plays the ball through there. Bowen. Ball over the top. Sefal's made a good run and he's collected it. St. Maximum's up with him. Oh, he's got round St. Maximum. Good ball into the box. Cleared from Newcastle defender. Straight to West Ham. They'll win the second ball. Paqueta. Bowen. Bowen back. Kira, forwards. Right. Chase ball for Antonio. He crosses it in and no one's there. I tell you what, Antonio had nothing else he could have done there. He smashes the ball into the box. It goes straight to Pope. No one else was further forward though, so he's done well, to be fair. It was funny, that celebration was a bit mental from Paqueta as well. It was like, he didn't actually look that competent at doing the flip. Anyway, West Ham have played a high press again, putting pressure on the player, forcing Newcastle to go long. Almiron against Agard. I mean, considering Almiron put a foot in there and Agard was going to ground, he's done well again. He's a quality player. He is. Said it a couple of weeks ago, he is a Rolls Royce, isn't he? Agard, Fabianski goes long, plays it. defence there. But look, second ball. Who gets it? West Ham. Emerson. Emerson again. Agard. He plays it back to Fabianski. Nothing on. Fabianski's going to go long. Big clearance up top for West Ham. Let the defence let it bounce for Newcastle. He's done well, Botman. But, you know, if I was fucking Eddie Howe, I'd be going mental. Joe Linton plays the ball over to the left. West Ham win it back. Sifal. Big ball up over the top. Let it bounce, but no one's challenging for it. Botman with the ball for Newcastle. Deep in the Newcastle half. Joe Linton drops deep, collects it, wins it. Brings Almiron into play. Skips in into his left foot. He brings Willock in. St. Maximum. Skips by Sifal, no problem at all. Cuts inside. Who gets it? West Ham. Oh, Paqueta nearly loses it. Sifal clears for West Ham. Big clearance though, straight to the Newcastle player, and they play it out wide to the left, just coming over the halfway line. Joe Linton collects it in the middle of the park. Skips by Paqueta, plays it out left. He looks frustrated, Joe Linton. St. Maximum collects it for Newcastle. West Ham just keeping him far up the field as he possibly can. Forcing Joe Linton into getting the ball again in the centre of the park. No one closing him in. Great reading of the ball there from Oggy. Great second tackle from Oggy. Joe Linton comes in and wins it. But Kira does amazingly well, and then Sifal clears it. And who's got it? Benny. He tries to go early. Antonio's done well. Antonio's done really well. Oh, Benny. It's unlucky from Benny. But Benny's chasing the ball down, putting the pressure on. It's unlucky. I see what he was trying to do. First time ball up over the top for Antonio. Newcastle regain possession. Almiron in the middle of the park. Tries the ball through. It's a good ball to the right-hand side to Longstaff. Trippier on the right-hand side for Newcastle. He's standing the ball up. Longstaff back to Trippier again. Longstaff skipped by around the player. It's gone out for a Newcastle throw-in. West Ham just need to maintain this line, maintain this structure that they've got, because they're winning the second balls. They're putting a bit of the pressure on. They're forcing Newcastle into errors. Yeah, okay, Newcastle got a bit more possession, but right now they can't. Just now at this moment, they're not really doing anything with it. Almiron in the middle of the park plays it out wide, brings in Byrne. He's got plenty of time on the ball. St. Maximum's there. Burns made the overlapping run. No one's marking him. St. Maximum still got it. Paqueta's not letting up. He's got round Paqueta. He's done well. Byrne on the left. He goes big and long, and Fabianski's there. If you're St. Maximum, you are going mental at Byrne, because St. Maximum had made the overlapping run and no one marked him. Byrne's not got that vision to be able to do it. He's just gone big. Big cross in. Fabianski comes out, routine catch. 42.5 minutes gone. Newcastle 1, West Ham 1. If you're just joining us, this is the West Ham Network. If you can't comment but you're watching, it's because we're on subscriber only. So you need to hit the subscribe button. Paqueta has done really well with his strength there to win the ball back for West Ham. He plays a big ball back to Fabianski, who has to go for one straight off clearance from the off. Newcastle, though, head the ball forward. Who's their second ball? West Ham. Ogbonna. Oh, Rice has slipped but stood up, kept that ball eloquently, sprays the ball out to the right-hand side to Jared Bowen. Sifal's making overlap and run. Jared Bowen on the right-hand side. He drives forward. He brings Sifal into the play. Not a good ball. And Byrne does really well for Newcastle. But West Ham have won the second ball. Kira gets it. Maximum tackles him, and it goes out for a West Ham throw-in. Throw into West Ham. Paqueta. He brings Rice into play in the centre circle. Skips by one player, drives forward. Tries a ball through. Kira's done really well. He's brought Sifal in. Bowen on the right-hand side. He's going to cut forward with his right foot. Crosses the ball into the box. It's headed away clear from Newcastle. Willock clears the ball for them. And West Ham have won the second ball. Go, 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 go. Good pressing. Paqueta skips by. Ref! Oh, my God. It's like a scissor tackle. Willock's going in the book there. This is I'm being honest with you right now. You don't want this first half to end right now, because they're not enjoying it. And tackles like that from Willock are proving that we're causing them concerns. He scissor tackles Paqueta. I think Paqueta will be fine. He'll get up from it, but we've got a free kick in a dangerous area. Willock picks up a yellow card, but Newcastle are growing frustrated from the way that West Ham are starting to take on the last 20 minutes. The last 20 minutes of the first half, we have been very, very good, very organised, very structured, winning the balls, driving forward, putting pressure on. We just need to be able to take these chances, because we're creating chances but they're half chances really. Anyway, it's a free kick. Paqueta looks like he wants to. I think Paqueta looks like he wants to take it. Benny's there. Safal's there. Safal there for what would be the cross. Paqueta. Safal. Back post. Oh my God! Glenn was unmarked! He heads the ball over! He was unmarked! Oh no! What a ball that was from Safal. He breaks the offside track, no problem at all. No one challenges him. Not a single person. And I tell you what, the style of player, the player that he is, the height that he got, I don't know how he's put that ball over the box, over the bar. You would never, ever expect. You would put a lot of money on Aguerd putting that into the back of the net. Golden chance for West Ham. 2 minutes of injury time. Newcastle 1, West Ham 1. What a golden opportunity for us to walk in half-time 2-1 up. Big ball up over the top. Emerson does well. Ogbonna with the clearance. Finds it to Ben Rama. He's put under a lot of pressure. He skipped the ball up over the top. He's done well to get out of that. Antonio's got players all over him. Joel Linton's won it back for Newcastle. He sprays it into the Botman. Botman plays it out wide to Byrne for Newcastle, just coming over the halfway line. So maximum. West Ham have done well, put the pressure on, forced them into an error. What happens? West Ham get a throw-in. I do not want this half to stop. Honestly, because what we've done in the last 20 minutes has been very, very good. And you could see the frustration out of Newcastle. Throw into West Ham, big ball forwards. Byrne tries to head it clear. Gets a second chance at it, but West Ham win it back with Antonio. He's pulled him down! Oh, ref, come on! Played the ball out wide. Joel Linton plays the ball forward. St. Maximum plays the ball out to the left to Joel Linton. Get up. Joel Linton's gone down. Don't blow that whistle, ref. It's 10 seconds to go, so this will be the last chance for Newcastle. Trippier steps over it. This could be the last chance for Newcastle. You with this. You with this. You with this. Well, Newcastle 1, West Ham 1. Then we're waiting for DJ West to come in. Take before the old malarkey.
Arsenal now shall receive.
Tell you what, Russ. That was a half of 2 quarters.
A game, half of 2 quarters it was, yeah. First 15 was, we looked absolutely like bereft. I think that goal literally just took the wind out of us so much. It took us 15 minutes, 20 minutes to get into the game. But yeah, I mean, the last half of that half, we were mental. It was. I was watching because Joe wanted me to watch The Apprentice as well. So I'm watching The Apprentice and watching this, and literally the woman I don't, no spoilers, but the woman I hate, she got chucked out, and then literally that second Paqueta scored as well, and I was like 5. But yeah, and then literally we've been breath of fresh air really that second half. I think definitely for me, like, you know, the sucker punch goal that wasn't great, obviously, but then it was disallowed, and then heads are dropped, like you said. They then got the sucker punch goal, which did count, and then that threw us off. Now, they had a couple of half chances after that, but they were really, I wouldn't even say they were all over us. It was just the first 10-15 minutes. We were on edge, and we couldn't set it all the way through it. We couldn't win the second balls, and they were winning every second ball in attack and in defence. And after about 20 minutes into the, I think literally before we scored a goal, actually, it was like a slight adjustment. It was literally the slightest of adjustment. Like, we won the second ball the first time, we won the second ball the second time, and on the third time we win the second ball, Paqueta creates an opportunity, wins a corner, and from the corner we score. And then we never let down from winning that second ball. We could see the intensity, we could see the drive forward to connect to them. And then the example of Willock challenging there is frustration.
That's
Yeah.
frustration. They're giving the
Yeah.
ball away. They're making errors. So I'll take that. I'll take
They
that.
are, yeah, and the press. That's what has impressed me is the press. We seem to be, I think having Benny up there does help. I think if you had Fornals again in that position would help as well. No, yeah, it was. They're just showing that VAR. They were showing. Of course, anyway. But we did. Go on, Em. We've got our roving. Go on, you get. Go on. We've got our roving reporter. Look, Anton. Look, I thought he's stuck. Roving reporter H, who's in the gods at St James's Park. She's provided some videos of the atmosphere. There we go, the goal. That was the West. I think she's actually done it. She looks like she's done it where she's like all the goals. I mean, this was the. So high up, innit? So high up, and then she sent this one as well. So high up, aren't they? It's so high up. But thanks, H. God bless her. Our roving reporter, roving reporter. Absolutely brilliant. Right, what we got here? We easily as good as the fog of the time is on mine. Fog of the time is on mine. Let's hope we turn up in the second half. Yeah, I mean, it's the second half now. It is obviously critical, but I think the next goal is critical in this game. It really is. I think it's still very much in the balance. We've got, again, should have probably scored that. I've just seen the replay of that, of his shot with his header, and perfectly weighted. But yeah, I think a lot of people in the chat, when we was looking at what we thought the game was going to be, a lot of people said it was going to be a draw. At the moment, it's looking like that. But as I said, don't forget we've got Super Danny Ings on the bench as well, haven't we? We've got Super Danny Ings. Tell your neighbours to be quiet. Belly's doing double somersaults for the second half. Indeed, blimey, they can reach out and touch the pearly gates. I know it's quite funny because when I said to her, I said, "Lord, fancy, send us a couple of videos while you're there." And she went, "I haven't got no signal," which always makes me laugh because you're higher up. You're so high up at Newcastle. You think you'd be able to get great signal because everything else is just at ground level. But no, apart from the shocking start, we coped well with. Yeah, we did. And more importantly, let's get the stats up. We love the stats. Let me get the stats up for everyone of that game, mate. Because you love them. I love the stats. And I love to give you guys the halftime stats. Where are we? There we are. So the statistics are as follows. So half-time, 49%, 59% possession to Newcastle, 41% to us. So 60-40 basically in Newcastle's favour. We've had 8 shots on target. 8 shots on target away from home. Wow. They've had 2, but we've only had one of those shots has been on target. So 8 shots, only 1 on target. Newcastle had 2 shots on target. 2 shots, 1 shot on target. We've had 4 blocked shots. We've had 1 corner. We've had no corners. 4 fouls each. They've had 1 yellow card. What else we've got here? Passes. They've obviously had more possession, so more passes. 286 to our 195. They've got better pass accuracy, better long ball accuracy. We've had 9 crosses into the box. They've only had 5, but they haven't had any successful. We've had 1 out of 9, so it's 11%. So yeah, it's not bad, is it? It's not bad. I think we've been playing, but I don't think that really shows the game. Really, statistics never really do show the game, because actually, as you said, I think someone like Declan Rice has been magnificent in that midfield, and maybe because he hasn't got that. Maybe because Bruno's there as well. There's a lot more space for him to try and really pressure into that side because they can't keep on ahead of him. He seems to be like being more attacking. you know, and I've been really impressed. I'm not always impressed with Declan Rice, but definitely looked nervous when we started to regain possession. Totally, you're totally right. I think they're there for the taking. They are there for the taking, my friends. We just got to get there now, and just get the crosses in. I said we've had 9 crosses and 1's been successful in terms of hitting the target. That's the issue, I think. But then again, for me, why are we crossing it in to Bowen when Antonio drifts out when he's up against Sven Botman, who's about 6'1"? For me, I think we look so much better when we've got the ball on the floor. So much better when we've got the ball on the floor. A lot more zippy, and you know, you can see someone like Dan Burn, and we're getting a lot of joy down that right-hand side, down their left-hand side, and obviously Dan Burn playing left-back, it's not helping him, is it? You know, that situation. So I really think we need to just keep going and keep exploiting the fact that they're playing a 6'3" centre-back at left-back, because that's making a huge difference. We actually played pretty well after the first 10 minutes. We certainly did. For me, it's almost like that first goal, like literally just knocked the stuffing out of us. To me, it completely just knocked the stuffing out of us. And where we were, if we hadn't got that goal, I think we'd have seen a level of performance like this, like we did in the second quarter of the first half. If that makes sense. But no, I totally agree. Hope we see Danny around 65. But then the thing is, to be fair to him, and I'm not his greatest fan, but Antonio's putting it about. You know, he's being a battering ram, and you know, when you've got the likes of Sven Botman, you are being he is just literally being knocked about all the time. And fair play to him, fair play. He won't bring it unless we're losing. Or Antonio just gets run into the ground. Because actually, I think, to be fair, I think if we play it along the floor, I think we'll get more joy. You can see there was a little bit of interaction. There was a Deck towards the end of the first half when the ball comes across the right hand side. Deck then passes it. He was in the middle. Benny was pretty much all on his own, and you know, Benny's had a couple of shots, wayward shots as well. Yeah, he does seem to have a bit more zip about him, doesn't he? If that's possible. I mean, he's always our best player. You know, without a doubt, he's our best player on the pitch. But he does seem to have an extra step, an extra, you know, skip in his step. I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's, I don't know. But he just really seems to be controlling that midfield. I mean, you know, Longstaff and Jolin, you know, they can't. He's really, and that's where the game's won. He's in the midfield, and he's literally in there, just moving it all around and predicting. What's the word? Conducting play. Yeah, we're easy as good as Newcastle with a fog on the time, isn't it? Trying to beat Pope from 30 yards is no goal indeed. Did well to get away from Tripper's huddle. He did. When did Alfie? Alfie's gone home. The audio got chanted in the mix-up. Tough to hear us. The audio got chanted in the mix-up. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I gotcha. We'll play them again in a minute anyway. We want Rice. Let me get rid of those. You see, I see when we don't do it, it's users only. Block. We want Rice playing well. It'll push his price up. Please don't bring on Ings with half an hour to go, but bring on Ings. Please no, bring him on half an hour to go. Bring on Ings. Yeah, amazing. Budgie, hope you're well. Popped in. Exact. Give it a like as always. We need to get momentum up. You're totally right. Did the Jocks win? 22-29. They did look good. I looked good as well, I think. Anyone who's interested in rugby, I think I looked quite good as well. I think they had about 34 something, 10 on the way to what's his face, to Wales. As I said, if you're new around here, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a subscribe, or maybe become a member. Just click down there, channel member. You can even gift. You can gift a membership to someone else. You know, Sharky gifted a membership to Crosshammer, which is very, very kind of him. So you know, not just yourself, but there we go. Where did you get your West Ham? So yeah, you see, look, with the West Ham Network logo. So what I did was, I went on eBay, like we all do. I went on eBay, and Joshua, I bought a claret one, and I bought a blue one. You see? And then after a while, when they got a bit dirty, I swapped them over. I got them off eBay. There we go. So I got a claret one and I bought two. A claret one and I bought a blue one. There we go. My guys are getting more confident as the game progressed. I think, I didn't want the half to finish, in all honesty. It's about the first 15 minutes, second half, and keep close and look at a couple of chances we can win this. I think we can, Adam. I think then it's not beyond the realms of possibility at the moment. Generally don't. I think there's plenty in this game, and I think we've got a bloody good chance to get something out of this game. A point at least. If not, I think I'd love to see us get the win. I think there's enough in there. I think the fact Bowen's been on fire. I think again it's like the corners. I mean, Deck. I mean, let's talk about the goal itself. I mean, it was a corner from Deck. Deck whipped it in, and Paqueta he bypassed everyone, and Paqueta was at the back stick. Fair play to him. Eddie Howe looks worried. For Newcastle today, if they won, they'd go to third. Is it third they go today? I think so. Yeah, on the same games as Man United, I think. We'd go ahead of them, but then Man United could play. Almost ready for second half. Almost made for Anton to turn back up. Then I'm going to have something to eat, and I'll be back for the highlight show. Can't believe Everton won 3 games. Wonderful, but a point is positive. It is. It's still positive, mate. At the moment, we'll be a point out. We go up a spot to 16th. Whoo! Don't get a nosebleed with that being so high up. A win will take us up to 14th, I think, today. Yeah, 14th today. So we just below Leicester on goal difference. Unless we win 4-0. Let's win 4-0. It'll be a huge. Ben is coming on. Is Ben Johnson coming? Let's have a look. I'm just waiting to see confirmation on that. Benny Johnson is coming on. I don't know who from to see. It looks like, is it Tila Kira? Now, I'm just trying to see who's not coming out. Is it Kira? Yes. So Ben Johnson will be coming on for Tila Kira. Okay, fair enough. Okay. And maybe it's to give a bit more defensive ability on that right hand side, where Kira likes to come forward a bit, like he's almost like a centre, like a what's it called? He's a right back in his mind, but he was playing sort of centre back in the back three and he's pushing forward a bit more. So I'm just trying to see if there's any changes for Newcastle. Hey, man. And as I said, we had our roving reporter, H, she's there. She sent us a few videos. We'll put them on at half time. Zoom back and have a quick look at them if you want. I think there's a good sub. I think particularly with Matt as well. He's a danger threat, and I think strengthens that defensive side. Johnson's very good defensively, not necessarily so much on the attacking side. So good sub, I think, man.
I always hear people kind of saying that about Ben Johnson, but I've always been a big fan of him, to be honest. I don't mind it. I quite like. There's been a couple of occasions, but you've got to consider the fact that he's played in so many different positions in the West Ham shirt. So he's never had a chance to really fully settle in that role. But we need to start this second half the way we finished it.
Yeah, don't give anything away. First 10 minutes, keep it tight. First 10 minutes, and then see what happens.
Absolutely.
And if H gives us anything, she's put a few videos in here, bless her. She's in the gods. She literally is in the gods at Newcastle. Yeah. Right, go on then. I'm going. Bye.
Welcome back to the West Ham Network. I am Anton, bringing you the second half of West Ham Newcastle. Newcastle 1, West Ham 1. An early goal for Newcastle put the pressure on West Ham from Callum Wilson, but we equalised to make it 1-1. Ogbonna now chasing the ball for West Ham, plays it back to Fabianski. Goes long with the clearance. Straight to the Newcastle player. But we've won it back, Emerson, but the referee's blown up for one offside, is it? Budgie's in the house. Background noise is too much. Drainhole, are you talking about the background noise from the crowd noise you can hear? Just give us a good bit of feedback, mate. That'd be cool. Bonner does really well to win the ball. Newcastle get it. Play the ball over the top. Ben Johnson comes out with a big clearance for West Ham. Out for a Newcastle throw-in. Is that what? But you right? Here's the question: do you like that crowd noise or not? I thought people liked that. Let me know in the chat. So I can also turn it down a bit. Let me just drop it down then. I'll drop it down to there. Tell me if that's okay. How did that person get in? How did someone get in? Right, tell me, is that better? Right, okay. I wish you bloody told me that. I would have changed it. Right, is that better though? Just so I know, because the ball's gone out anyway. Right, cool. There we go. West Ham have won a throw-in deep in the Newcastle half. Bowen's just taking a little knock. He's limping away. Touch woods. He's okay. So he's running gingerly. Sefal's got the ball, plays it into Jared Bowen. Sefal wins it back. Joel Linton wins it, but West Ham have won it back again with Paqueta. Paqueta does a nice bit of trick. He is fouled from Joel Linton. He might pick up a yellow card for that, Joel. Paqueta's down. It was a lovely bit of play there from Paqueta. Chips the ball up over the top of Joel Linton. Joel Linton leaves his foot in. That is a yellow card. Simple as a yellow card. Should be a yellow card. I don't think he's picked up a yellow card. Anyway, West Ham with a free kick. Wide right. Bowen, left. He's just holding on to the kind of front part of his foot. He doesn't look happy with whatever. It's like someone stepped on his metatarsal. He just looks uncomfortable. Sefal, cross in. Box. It's a well one-headed defender from Newcastle. Emerson out wide right. Jared Bowen on his right foot. Crosses the ball in. Headed clear from Newcastle. Back to Jared Bowen again. Bowen tries a 1-2 with Paqueta. He does really well. Bowen into the box. Oh, where is it? I smashed it across. He's no one a chance. Benny. Rice. Benny again out the left-hand side. Benny takes on the player. He's still got it. Puts it onto his right foot. Right foot again. Crosses the ball in. Ah! Oh, my God. The goal again. With a kind of flicking header. I thought it was on target. It just goes wide. Bowen is struggling. I'm just letting you all know if you're watching. Bowen is struggling. He's trying to walk it off. He's put his head up in the skies, though. Yeah, he's trying. Danny Ings is out warming up, but Bowen is struggling. The only thing I can think of is it's a challenge, and it's like he's holding the top of his foot, like the kind of metatarsal area. And he's trying to walk it off. He's trying to shrug it off. You can see him gingerly running, though. Doesn't look too happy. Anyway, West Ham with a really good chance. Antonio gets the ball, tries to play. It's unlucky. See if he can run it off, Bowen. West Ham no good with the second ball. Ben Johnson collects it. He clears up the field. He finds Jared Bowen from absolutely nothing. And the ball goes out for a throw-in. Yeah, he doesn't look happy, man. He's trying his best to play on. He's like trying to hide the limp. It's funny because when he walks, he limps, and when he runs, he's all right. Running on the attack, he's all right. Anyway, Ogbonna sprays the ball over to the left-hand side to Gerd, back with Fabianski. Newcastle now not committing as many men forwards. We've got lots of bodies back in their own half. Joel Linton pushes into Antonio. West Ham win the second ball. Declan Rice. Emerson back with Deckers. Skips by one player. Finds Emerson. He cuts inside. He skips by two players. He's done really well. He drives forward. He finds the pocket. He keeps going. He looks like he's fouled. Joel Linton has fouled him. And we've picked up a free kick. I'm telling you what, Joel Linton is extremely lucky not to walk away with a yellow card in this game yet. This is just a fucking foul. He just tripped the player up. How's the referee not booked him? That's two bad tackles. You've got to put a yellow card on him. That stops, that nullifies any of that threat, nullifies his kind of style of play. I'm shocked he's not walked away with a yellow card. Just literally put his foot in, tripped up the player. Come on, West Ham. Let's have a look at Jared Bowen. Yeah, he's definitely not right. Anyway, free kick to West Ham, about 30 yards out. Paqueta and Emerson over the ball. Emerson goes back post. Newcastle deal with that. St. Maximum nudges the player out. Sefal runs in with it, wins the header. West Ham win the second ball with Declan Rice. Unlucky. Newcastle come out, collect it. Ben Johnson has nothing else to do but a big up and under. Leaves a lot of pressure to Newcastle. They've won it. Jared Bones puts the pressure on. He nearly wins it. Byrne clears it for Newcastle. Right up the field. Unlucky. Ben Johnson's done really well, though. Sefal back to Fabianski. Fabianski pings the ball forward for West Ham. Not know how he's found Paqueta, but he has. Paqueta holds on to play. Willett tries and fouls Paqueta. He gets up, though. Sefal drives forward. Joe Linton's just gone through Sefal. He stayed up. Jared Bowen's on the ball. He's kept it. He's nudged off a couple of players. There's no physical way you could give a foul for that. It's a collision. And the Newcastle player's gone down. There's no way you can give a foul for that. Let me have a look here. He's held on to the ball. And yeah, he's maybe pushed the player down with his hand, so maybe you can give a foul for that. I think Bowen may have got over the thing. I'm just trying to see. He seems to walk in a bit better now. Yeah, he does. Bowen seems to have maybe nudged off of that. Joe Linton driving forward. He's a heavy touch out to the left to Byrne. Back into Joe Linton in the middle. Longstaff. He's got a little bit of space. He drives forward for Newcastle. He's getting a bit frustrated, though, because no one's making a run for him. He smashes the ball at St. Maxim out to the right-hand side. Alan Moran, sorry. Big ball up over the top from Newcastle. I do not know why he's got that ball to him, but he has Almiron out on the right-hand side. Oh, it's a cross and run for Trippier. Back post. Sefal's there. Cross shot. Block from Fabianski from St. Maximum. Bowen clears and wins West Ham a throw-in. The ball gets just a little bit of a problem down there, that left-hand side. An overlapping run, cross in from Trippier, back post. Sefal tries to clear it, hits his back. St. Maximum shoots. To be fair, there was two players there in the blockage. It hits Sefal and ricocheted out. West Ham won ourselves a free kick in our own half as well. So we'll take that. We will take that. West Ham with a free kick. Fabianski pings the ball forward. Antonio cuts in. Oh, it's unlucky. Joe Linton. And West Ham kick the ball out for throw-in. Joe Linton takes it early. Joe Linton in the middle of the park. Plays it out wide right. Trippier. Puts him under a lot of pressure. West Ham pressing. That's good. Botman. No, it's not. Sorry, it's Botman now. Byrne for Newcastle. West Ham high press. Joe Linton. Oh, Antonio's done amazing to win that ball back off of Joe Linton. Joe Linton's frustrated. Jared Bowen's on the attack. Botman's on him. Barrett Bowen crosses it in. Back post. Who's there? Ben Rama was never going to win that header. But he's got the ball again on the right-hand side. Newcastle are struggling with holding on to possession. Ben Johnson, back with Sefal on the right-hand side. Bowen, got a lot of work to do. He brings Ben Johnson into play. Johnson plays the ball to Bowen. Sefal's there. Johnson collects it again. Ball played inside to Paqueta. Rice for the middle. Good play from West Ham. Ben Johnson on the ball on the right-hand side. Keeps the ball static. I don't know how he's found Antonio. He has, but he's held off by the defender. He can't get himself back onto the ball. Newcastle now on the counter. Ball played out to the wide right to Trippier. He plays an early ball round Emerson or Declan Rice. He stands up. Agerd stands up to the attack. and it goes out for a Newcastle throw-in. Agard has just stood up, watched what happens with the ball, cleared it, not an ounce of a problem at all for him. Joe Linton in the middle of the park. Tell you what, put pressure on him. He struggles there. Newcastle on the byline. Almiron. Joe Linton again. Plays a 1-2. Oh, he's gone down. He's given him absolutely. He's going to book Joe Linton. Do you know what? I'm telling you now, Joe Linton should be sent off. I'll tell you why he should be sent off. Because that should be a second yellow. He's dived trying to win a penalty for Newcastle, and he's got away with 2 clear-cut, quite, definitely yellow card fouls in this game. He's an absolute diver! I hate that! Joe Linton, mate. Do you know what? I'm telling you now, 2 things. He should have been sent off. The second thing is, that's a sign of panic setting in to the opposition when they have to do things like that. The scissor kick tackle from Willock in the end of the first half, and Joe Linton doing that, trying to win in no means, no matter. Good on you, the ref, as well. But I'm pissed off he's not had a second yellow for that, because he should have picked up a yellow earlier on. Twice, actually. He should be off the park. Ridiculous. But at least the referee saw it. Have we had an occasion where one of our players has died really bad in recent? I can't think. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Was there not an occasion where Bowen? It was hard. It was edgy. It was like, did he not? Anyway, West Ham have regained possession in the middle of the park. Declan Rice, Gerd, Ben Rama. Nice play from football. That is so unlucky. Ben Rama's played a 1-2 with Antonio. The ball's landed just behind Ben Rama. He does get a touch onto it. Joe Linton there collects it. Newcastle ping the ball forward, but West Ham win it back again. We must have won so many overturning balls in this game. We've won it again, but the referee's given a foul. Newcastle free kick. Yeah, I'm really... Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to remember, Craig, when and what game was it? Should have socked him in the mouth. It's a free kick for Newcastle, though. Ping the ball in. Well done there from Ben Johnson. Antonio pings the ball forward with Ben Rama to chase against the defender. He's putting the pressure on. Kieran Trippier, he's done all right, but he looked like he nearly struggled with that. St. Maximin plays the ball over to the wide right. Newcastle on the attack, but slow. Bringing the ball forward. Longstaff just over the centre circle. Botman. He looks frustrated because there's no one making a run for him. If I'm saying anything, if I'm looking at anything, Newcastle look pretty static. West Ham high press now. I do not know how Burns got out of that. Willock driving forward for Newcastle. Plays it into left-hand side. St. Maximin crosses it in. Gert's done really well with that header. Fabianski stayed on his line. Joe Linton's got round Emerson and he's fell down. He's a ridiculous... Don't like him at all. Do you know what? See, when it comes to Joe Linton, right, I always thought fair play to a manager for you've been brought in, you've had a hard time as a striker, you've had a hard time, and then Eddie Howe's changed the whole dynamics of what you are as a footballer. You hear through the grapevine, he's changed him, he's brilliant. I tell you what, he's done himself no justice in today's game at all. He's frustrated, he doesn't like it, he's cheated, and he should be off the park. Because he's had 3 yellow carded fouls, and the guards just absolutely telling him they've made friends again. 60 minutes in, Newcastle 1, West Ham 1. Fabianski. Declan Rice tries to come in heavy on, and he wins it back. Good on you, Deckers, but he loses it. Joe Linton, Almiron, skips by one player, drives forward. Willock. St. Maximin, he's got the overlapping run there with Byrne. St. Maximin plays it inside to Almiron on the edge of the box. Willock on the edge of the box. Antonio's throwing his body everywhere on the line. Trippier on the right-hand side. Crosses the ball into the back. Fabianski comes out and collects it. A very good collection. And Newcastle players, is there 2 Newcastle players down outside? Willock is holding his right knee. but he's off the field. It's a good collection there from Fabianski. I actually think Callum Wilson and Joe Willock have collided themselves, have they? He's back on the field, though, Willock. Fabianski with a big clearance up the top. Almiron holds on to it, finds Joe Linton in the middle of the park. Longstaff drives forwards. Oh, he skips by one player. Declan Rice has done enough, though. Joe Willock skips by another. Jared Bowen intercepts. He does really well. Jared Bowen brings into play. Feeds the ball onto Antonio, but he's misread that. Ball does go out, though, and West Ham have won a corner, throw in on the halfway line. Antonio challenging. Newcastle have got it with Trippier down the right-hand side. West Ham have pressed bodies forward. Ball to Longstaff. They've lost it. West Ham have kicked it out for Newcastle throw-in. That's it, though. Like, we're forcing them into the byline. It gives them no other option but to play it in three directions. Like, you know, rather in the middle of the park. West Ham are forcing Newcastle out wide. Bang! We win the second ball again. Gone! Ah, what's happened there? Paqueta slipped. Joe Linton wins the ball back. Willock on the left-hand side. Good standing up play there from Declan Rice. St. Maximum on the ball out on the left-hand side. And he's giving the ball straight to the West Ham player who heads it out for the West Ham throw-in. If I'm Eddie Howe looking at this team, I'm like, why do you... you're getting forced into errors all the time. But we need to maximise that. Go, go, go. Ball out on the right-hand side now. Trippier for Newcastle. He loses it straight away, but he wins it back straight away. It's now back with the Newcastle defence. Slow on the build-up. Everyone standing static for Newcastle. Suits West Ham. Ball over the top. I don't know what that was, but they've just hit the ball out for a Fabianski goal kick. I don't really know what that was from the Newcastle player. Moyes talking to Vladimir Sefal, giving him some much-needed instructions. Newcastle are breaking up play to stop us building momentum. Wings just on the sidelines with Fornals. Joe Linton is built like a wardrobe and shouldn't go down so easily. Good luck, guys. Later's in it. Cheers, James. Newcastle, big up and it over the top for Almiron to chase. Gerd gets a touch on the ball, puts the pressure on. Almiron still got the ball, and we've won the bloody throw-in. Emerson's done really well. Kick the ball off Almiron. It goes out for a West Ham throw-in. It's deep in our half. It's right in our corner flag, so we need to try and get this ball out of this area. Come on, Emerson. Bonner, big up and under from him. West Ham have done really well. Great play from Ben Ram and Antonio. Oh, he's got the ball through and he's onside. Go on, Benny! Cross it! We've got bodies. That's a crap cross. Oh! Get back up. We've got it back though with Paqueta. I do not know how Paqueta's still got the ball. St. Maximum's won it. Ah! Oh! Antonio has done so well. Now Newcastle are on the counter. Joe Willock on the left-hand side. Sefal's there. He's committed. Almiron driving forward for Newcastle. Tries the ball forward. Blocked from Ben Johnson, who's done really well since coming on. Newcastle now in the West Ham half. Longstaff plays in Joe Linton. Plays the ball forward with a 1-2 with Almiron. Joe Linton sprays the ball out to Trippier on the right-hand side. Oh, so disappointed at that counter. Antonio done so much work. Really good football to get out of a dangerous area on the counter. Done really well. Found Ben Rama. Sefal's read that really well. Won the second ball. We keep winning the second ball. That's what we want. Anthony Gordon's coming on for Newcastle. So he's going to be coming on making his debut. Newcastle now with the ball. Tries to ping the ball up over the top. Willock's made a good run. He's kept onto it. But he's not played a good enough ball. Declan Rice has just read that. Not an ounce of a problem. Skipped by Joe Linton. Driving forward. Plays the ball into Antonio. He's got time on the ball. Turns. He's going to play into Ben Rama or Emerson. Emerson's there with the run. He drives forward with the ball for West Ham out on the left-hand side. Ben Rama's there. Emerson finds a little pocket but can't get through it. Ben Rama now with the ball on the left-hand side. He brings the ball forward, backwards to Declan Rice. Sprays the ball over to the back post. Cleared, but they're so slow in the getting out of the defence. Newcastle are. Paqueta's putting the pressure on Willock. Willock keeps the ball. Is it Maximan? He finds Willock. Newcastle now in the defence got the ball. 67 minutes gone, nearly 68. Trippier with the ball down the right-hand side. St. Maximum on the left-hand side. He's got the ball in the West Ham box. Oh, Sefal. I tell you what. Take a bow, Vlad. Read it. St. Maximum's done all those step overs, and Sefal has just stood, watched, tackled. Great tackle. It's just up there charging on the table, on the charger. Bring it to me. Anthony Gordon's coming on for Newcastle. Who are they taking off? St. Maximum. West Ham with a throw-in. Sefal pings the ball forward, and it goes out for a West Ham throw-in. Anthony Gordon's come on for St. Maximum. Sefal with a throw-in for West Ham. Jared Bowen, man, empty in the middle of the park. Wow, feeds the ball into Emerson out on the left-hand side. He slows it down a little bit. There was nothing on for him, so he plays the ball back. Agerd, Ogbonna plays the ball back to Fabianski. Callum Wilson piling the pressure on. Big ball upfield. Jared Bowen tries to challenge. Referee, and he does. I don't know who it was. It's pulled Paqueta down. And we've got a foul for that. I don't know if it's Willock or Joe Linton. West Ham got a free kick, though, in the middle of the park. Fornals and Tommy Soucek look like they're coming on for West Ham. It was like a double substitution for us. Do you know what? I get it. I think I get it. Big ball in. Oh, Benny's won the header. Antonio's broke free. I don't know if the referee's going to blow the offside. He has. That's unlucky. I'm trying to work out what I would do here. If you're bringing Fornals and Soucek on, you're not going to... Are you going to take Paqueta off? Is it Bowen? Is Bowen injured? Is he still picked up that knock? Benny. Joe Linton gets the ball for Newcastle in their half. Rice follows. Linton's done well. Byrne on the left-hand side for Newcastle. Inside, Almiron drops deep, collects it out the left-hand side. He trips over himself. Anthony Gordon collects it. He brings Joe Linton in, collects it again, plays the ball through the middle. It's good football, Longstaff from Newcastle. They've got an overlapping run from Trippier. Well read from, is that Emerson? Really well read. It's a corner to Newcastle. That's the first decent bit of play created from Anthony Gordon. Collects the ball out in the wing, drove inside, created an opportunity for something, play the ball through the middle. First time really they've played a ball properly through the middle that's kind of penetrated our midfield. Trippier with the corner. Big ball in the box to the back post. They've won it to the back post again. We've got bodies there though to clear it. We have. They've come. Oh, it's a heavy touch from the defender. Jared Bowen nearly slips in. Anthony Gordon plays a one, tries to go 1-2. Ben Johnson clears it for West Ham. Heavy touch. It's on the edge of the box, and we've cleared it again with Jared Bowen. And it's just like crazy. The ball's up in the air. No one can keep control of it. Heavy touches all over the shop. People can't bring the ball down to the ground. Now it is down. And West Ham have won it back with Paqueta again. Dickers, Ogbonna. He has to go for a big clearance. And Antonio's had a lot of work to do there. He has won the ball, but it's a heavy touch. And West Ham have won the ball back with Paqueta. Comes in with a collision with Joe Linton. Paqueta goes in. Joe Linton drives forward for Newcastle. Brings the ball out to the left. It's unlucky there from West Ham. Anthony Gordon. Willock. Longstaff in the middle. He's going to spray it over to the wide right. Trippier brings in Almiron. Almiron onto his left foot. Drives forward, keeps bringing it in wide. Willock tries a neat ball through. Oh, it's not neat. It's a heavy touch through, and it goes out for a West Ham goal kick. They've picked up a little bit of momentum in the last couple of minutes, but we are still forcing the errors. That's what we need to keep doing, is forcing those errors. That's why I think we in terms of going forwards, we need that little bit of a change. So Paqueta's coming off, Souček's coming on as a replacement for him. But I tell you what, I've been impressed with his, he's been quite creative. Benny's coming off, and Fornals. And do you know what? That's the right decision as well, I think, to be honest. Because what you can see in this game is, right, it's a battle in the midfield now. It's an absolute battle. So that's where you want to put the man who's going to go on the front line, the Tommy Souček. And Ben Rama has been quiet in the second half, so you do need that little bit of influence from a player like Pablo Fornals, who can maybe bridge that gap between the forward line. But Benny's done well. He has done well. He's put in a decent performance. Quieter in the second half, but he's put in a decent performance. Fornals comes on the flank. So listen, for all those Tommy Souček, like it kind of makes sense. Like go into battle. It's a battle in midfield. And Paqueta's just getting tackled and fouled every 2 minutes. He's walked off with a goal, so we'll take that. That'll give him a boost of confidence. 2 goals for the season. Big ball up forward. Antonio wins it. Got Jared Bowen. He wins it, though. The Botman. I don't know. Is that Botman? Longstaff for Newcastle. There's nothing on, but he does find a Trippier free on the right-hand side. He's driving forward for Newcastle on the right-hand side. Almiron's there. West Ham have got bodies back there. So is Pablo Fornals. Brings Joe Linton into play. Head up. He's still got the ball. He switches play completely. It's not a great ball, but the player has got it with Willock. So I'm saying Newcastle picked up a bit of possession in the last few minutes. There's 75% possession in the last few minutes. They've given the ball away again because we've put pressure on and we've got the ball. We're forcing them into errors because they're standing static and they've got nothing on. And we've got players moving. Good play from West Ham. Go on, Emerson. Really good football. That's a good ball. That's unlucky. Good play from Fornals. Almiron's got the ball down for Newcastle down the right-hand side. Nothing on for him. He plays the ball through to Anthony Gordon, who's dropped inside. Oh, it's a good ball through. Shit. Callum Wilson. I tell you what, I have never seen the Aguero tackle that I have just witnessed. He's possibly injured himself. It's unbelievable. I'm not even joking you. Anthony Gordon has penetrated our defence. Callum Wilson has got 4 yards on Aguero. He has absolutely produced tackle of the season. What pass that was from Anthony Gordon. Wait till you see this if you've not seen it. Aguero is unbelievable. He's an unbelievable superhuman. Hopefully he's not picked up an injury. It's unbelievable. He makes me want to cry. Why am I crying? What a tackle that is from a Gerd. Unbelievable tackle from a Gerd. Corner, Newcastle. Ball takes a deflection. Rice is there. Pings the ball out for a... Honestly, I can't explain it to you. I cannot explain it to you enough. I cannot explain it to you enough. I sometimes watch a Gerd and I'm like this. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. Joe Linton. He plays in Longstaff. Byrne. Gordon. He's made a difference for Newcastle since coming on. Gordon plays in Byrne. Heavy touch. Longstaff tries a big switch play. It's unlucky for them. Good for us. I seen what he was trying to do, but it's too heavy. Ball goes out. West Ham. A West Ham goal kick. But Anthony Gordon's been a big difference for Newcastle since coming on. Honestly, Danny Ings is coming on for anyone that's watching. What is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Anyway, Danny Ings is coming on for West Ham. Do you know what would be really interesting here? Bowen Ings or Antonio Ings. Either way, whatever sub he makes, I'm quite excited by either or. With seeing Ings come on, because I can see him working well with Bowen, and I can also see him working well with Antonio. But West Ham are pressing again. Big ball forward from Newcastle. Ogbona's read that. He's done so well, Ogbonna has. He has done so well. And he's pinpointed our player as well. Tommy Souček in the middle of the park. Pings the ball out wide, tries to switch it, goes out. Bit of a shit ball from Souček, but done enough, though, to put the pressure on there in the middle. Newcastle, Joe Linton, Almiron, West Ham piling the pressure on, and they're Newcastle they had to switch play there, but it was a wild ball switch play as well. Willock brings it into Anthony Gordon. He skips by Ben Johnson. He drives forward for Newcastle. He's quick on his feet. He is. Joe Linton in play. He finds a bit of space out there with Byrne on the left hand side. West Ham have got the bodies there. No one's helping him. Longstaff comes in. Antonio takes a deflection off the ball, but it's still back with the Newcastle defence. Newcastle got the ball in the West Ham half. Almiron, Trippier for Newcastle at the right-hand side. Big ball into the box. Clear from Ogbonna. And straight to the West Ham player. And we've gone early. Antonio's chasing. Antonio's going to get... Oh, ref! Get the goal, Antonio! Ref! How can you give a foul against or for? Just play on. You can't give a foul for that. Get up, Newcastle. Oh, ref. Again, stepped out quite far out actually, and fouled Trippier. Free kick to them about 40 yards out. Danny Ings coming on for Antonio, and then Newcastle going to make a double sub as well. So, like I said, I'm kind of excited by either or of the subs. You got to honestly, again, see since all this stuff about Antonio leaving the club, he's stepped up. He has. He's proven many doubters wrong again, albeit it's 4 games, but he is. Danny Ings coming on, and I'm looking forward to seeing the link-up play. Nobody expected this, but I'm looking forward to seeing the link-up play between him and Jared Bowen. Almiron coming off for Newcastle. And Murphy coming on. And Willock coming off, and Anderson coming on. Come on, West Ham. Come on, West Ham. 10 minutes to go. Hold on. So, I do not know how Newcastle have not put that in the back of the net. Free header straight at Fabianski. from Callum Wilson. Watch that, please. This is the little man coming to say goodnight to you all. Is this your debut on the channel? Look. Say hiya. This is Joey. Say Irons. 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 West Ham on the ball. No, sorry, it's Newcastle. Yeah, it's Newcastle. Yeah, Newcastle. Big ball up for Joe Linton. Again's going to watch it. I think Joe Linton's maybe won himself a corner. He has. He's won a corner. Yes, he won the corner. Say naughty. Corner to Newcastle. That's a microphone. Goes into the box. Oh, it's a. Who is that that's blocked it? Who is that that's blocked it? Right, say night night, Joey. Night night. Night night. Oh, yes. Who's blocked that shot from Anthony Gordon? Watch the lead there. Corner to Newcastle. I don't know if that's Ogbonnet's throwing his body on the line. Corner to Newcastle. Good bit of pressure from them. They win the header. It goes over the box. Yeah, I did have the boss. Nappy days. Sorry. Hello, Joey. Night, Joey. Come on, Ings. Get the winner. Get him on the ball nice and early. That's what we need. Bit of Danny Ings. I'm not sure if you've heard that we've got again is the word. Is that a song? Have I picked up? I can't get the tune. Right, come on, West Ham. 7 minutes to go plus injury time. West Ham have won the free kick in the middle of the park. Souček is down. Like I said, when you go into battle at this stage, this is where I like to see Souček. I like to see Souček come off the bench as the impact, go to war midfielder. Because see, even just doing that, like he threw his body on the line to win that header. He's jumped up, the players come in, he's like, because he does throw himself under the line, and that's what you need right now. Not from the start, not from the off. Big ball forward. Danny Ings comes in, wins it, plays in Fornals. Fornals crosses in. It's won a corner. We've won a corner. It's good football down the left-hand side from West Ham. Ings coming out wide, clicks it, brings Fornals, Emerson into play. Come on, West Ham. Come on, West Ham. Rice on the corner. Ball in. Oh, they've won the header. It was a good corner, to be fair. Because Fowles played it in. Ings with the deft header. The kind of deft touch header. It just goes wide. It's unlucky. But he's had a touch. That's what we need. Get him on the ball nice and early. What you really want to see now is the ball played through the middle, penetrating pass, and let him one-on-one with the keeper. But Newcastle have played a wild ball out to their full back. Put pressure on instantly. Again, they've got a lot of pressure back there. I know they like to play the ball out from the back. They have got out and they have done all right. But they've won a foul and a free kick just on the halfway line. Big ball in the box, cleared from Ben Johnson. Second clearance there from Emerson. They've got the ball on the edge of the box with Longstaff, but done well, Emerson has. Oh, we tried a 1-2 in a really dangerous area. They've got the ball back though on the edge of the box. We've cleared it again, but they've won it back again. Big ball into the box. Fabianski comes out with a routine save. We will take that. We will take that. We will take that. Fabianski goes long. We've won the ball, though, with Tommy Souček. Danny Ings has gone down. He's got back up again. No, Rice feeds the ball forward for Jared Bowen, who had a knock earlier on, but seems to have run it off. Ings is back up. Newcastle playing the ball through the middle. It's gone all the way back to the defence. Through the middle for them. Longstaff. Ings chasing it down. Out wide to Byrne. Ings still chasing it. Back with Longstaff in the Newcastle half in the centre circle. If you are watching, we are going to be going live on the review show straight after. So stay tuned for that. Big ball over the top. Agaird's going to watch it go out for a West Ham goal kick. Yes, so we are going to be going live on the review show straight after the game. So if you are watching, it should automatically take you over. And if not, when the stream stops, the stream that will refer you will be the one we're going on to. So you can click on it. You can click on it. That's what we're told. That's what we're led to believe happens. 87 minutes gone. Fabianski with the goal kick for West Ham. Big ping ball forward. West Ham head back. West Ham win the second ball. Newcastle with the header. What a free kick. Danny Ings stepping over the ball, and Newcastle go early. It's blocked from Danny Ings, but he's right beside the ball. Oh no, he's having a go at the Newcastle player. Big ball forward from Newcastle. Gerd comes in, wins it, not an ounce of problem at all. He's skipped by two players. He has lost it though in the last bit. That was unfortunate. But West Ham have won it back again. And now Newcastle won it back again. Defender. Gordon out on the left-hand side. Does a few step overs. Skips by one player, skips by two player. Declan Rice comes out, forces the ball out wide. Anderson with Newcastle. Takes it over to the left, coming over to the corner flag. Byrne for Newcastle. Brings in Byrne again. Anderson. Back to Byrne. West Ham forcing them back all further up the field. It's good play from West Ham. Newcastle back with their defence. Happy to hold on to possession just now, though. But West Ham piling the pressure on, forcing them back into their own half. Big ball forward. Ben Johnson should deal with that, which he does. Sufal clears it. But it has gone to the Newcastle team. It's back with their defence. Is that Trippier? Sprays the ball out to Byrne on the left-hand side. Anderson cuts inside, finds Anthony Gordon, skips by Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson, absolutely. Oh, I don't know what he's doing. I mean, you'd rather him do it there, but he's just fouled the player about 50 yards out. It's not ideal. You don't want to be doing that at this stage of the game, but Sufal's got a bit of cramp. Was tossing when you have a corner. Flynn Downs is coming on. Rice has been unbelievable. Saw that beatbox from you. I can't even beatbox, mate. That's rubbish, isn't it? What? Big back flick for the header. Fabianski should have came out there to collect it, but he didn't. But West Ham have cleared the ball up the field. Danny Ings is left to Fornals is left chasing that actually. Fornals is just working out his arse off in the backfield, but he's driven forward from. Do not blow that whistle! Murphy's just tripped over himself, man, and just rode into the West Ham player. Agaird's gone over complaining to the ref. 3 minutes of injury time. I think Agaird's just picked up a yellow card. Murphy's like skipped by Agaird and just ran into Agaird and fell to the ground. He was always going to get the foul for that. Agaird's not necessarily fouled him. He just stood his ground. Free kick about 50, 60 yards out for Newcastle. Well, maybe 40, 50 yards out for Newcastle. Out on the right-hand side. We are half a minute in to the, what do you call it? Injury time. And we are seeing the substitution now. Sufal is coming off. Flynn Downs coming on for Sufal. Big ball in from Newcastle, cleared from West Ham. Bowen with the big over-the-head clearance. Leaves Fornals to chase it, puts the pressure on the defence. He's done well, Fornals has. But Newcastle have won the ball. They drive forward now, out to the wide right. Through the middle, Longstaff. Switched over. Oh, they've given it straight away to Jared Bowen. Go on, Jared. Oh, ref! Anthony Gordon's pulled him down. How can you not give a foul? Anthony Gordon's just pulled Jared Bowen down. I don't understand. Gordon has just tried something tricky and it's kicked it out for a West Ham goal kick. Fabianski's going to run this clock down now. He is going to run this bloody clock down. Gerd has been nothing but phenomenal. Nothing but phenomenal tonight. Fabianski with a big punt up the field. Collision in the middle of the park. Souček and the Newcastle player, but he's given the free kick in favour of Newcastle. Souček's going off his nut at the ref. It just looked like a collision, simple collision. Remember, we are going to be going live on the review show. It's literally going to be the last bit of play from Newcastle. So you will get transferred across to the review show. And if not, when I finish the end broadcast, there will be, I think the video will show up. You can click on it and then it'll take you across as well. Big ball in the box from Newcastle. West Ham have defended that really well. However, it's fell to Anthony Gordon. And Declan Rice has done really well. This is going to be it from West Ham. Go on. Can we counter and do something in the last kick of the ball? We've got bodies forward. Switch it. And it puts it out. Declan Rice. Oh, it's unlucky from Deckers. I seen his vision. I seen what he was trying to do. Jared Bowen's got in front of the ball. And there's the whistle blown. I tell you what. Come on to the review and I'll give you my full-blown honest opinion of that. We've walked away from Newcastle with a point. See you on the other side. And I'll take that. Come on, you guys. Just a reminder, I'm going to click end broadcast now. Some of you will get transferred automatically over. And if not, the video will appear. A review will show. Click on it. It'll take you across there. See you in a minute. Come on, you irons.